What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another daily facts and stats show. Anybody that's coming in here or going to watch this back, I typically play music for the first 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and start that off, and we're going to go ahead and get started today. I started off like a podcast at 11:10.
Don't come around causing emotions. The thing I did and I got no friends. I know you know that I've been thinking about you, but all of a sudden you been acting brand new. Choppers in the mansion, don't try killing me at home. I don't know where you been at, girl, but I've been on my own. Watching no whip, but baby, this ain't the job. I counted up 100,000 in the dust. That's that same vision. That's that same vision. That's that same vision.
Whoa, boom, boom, boom.
That's that same vision.
Back in the back, remember, let's get it. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Crazy that I
Shout out to Shaggy, man. He was having technical difficulties.
Look, Christian Louboutin, I'm
Shout out to
in it.
Shaggy,
Think
man.
I got no religion. Money got my mind right.
Back.
We put on his break the ticket. When I was my name, when you was my
He's
time,
back.
I don't know which one it was. Wish I knew what it was. I overdosed on mine. Cause all you ever did me was dirt. My fans say they sleep on me. I say they hold the nuts. Know that I'm a diarrhea, but we who get on flesh. Teacher said that I want be shit. But all my watches buddies running fake. The haters on my side, bitch, but bro take ice under his shoes cause he a cold ass stepper. Chill shit for memories that can fill up a shelter. I used to re up on the block without my umbrella.
Never said spend that back to
No friends. I know you know that I've been thinking about you, but all of a sudden you been acting brand new. Choppers in the mansion, don't try killing me at home. I don't know where you been at, girl, but I've been on my own. Watching no whip, but baby, this ain't the job. I counted up 100,000 in the dust.
I appreciate all the members. I appreciate all the members. Bro.
It's a sick vision.
No bullshit. I appreciate all the members.
It's a sick vision.
I appreciate all the supporters.
That's a sick
I really
vision.
love the members. I really love the members.
That's a sick vision.
She said never on your mind, little bro. Funny as hell. Funny as hell. That's a stack vision. That's a stack vision. Music stops at 11:10. Good morning, everybody that's in here. Good morning, everybody that's in here. Appreciate that episode. Jessica was good. Good was good. Appreciate all y'all.
Don't keep me waiting. Don't keep me waiting. Don't keep me waiting. I need you to come in. You don't think I'm down this place. I need you to come in. Tell me something. If you don't think I'm down this place.
Don't send that one in heaven, so I gotta fix that one.
I had a dream, we watched the sunset on rocks and Denver. Ain't posting on your main page, so I checked your filth. I called a chef and I was hoping you'll make it to dinner. But your plate is getting cold as
Josh, appreciate you, bro. What's good? What's good?
with your friends.
I want to tell everybody, bro. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling
You
good.
got your toes in the sand, you got problems, you got plans.
I did something big this morning, bro.
Already daytime on your side. It's already daytime. Your side of the world. Your side of the world. Your side of the Your side of the world. You hit the gym every week, that's why you fuck good. I know you're incomplete, that's why you cook for it. You can tell me that the fish tank of the ocean. I just want to see your face when it's the door spin. Don't keep me waiting. Don't keep me waiting. Don't keep me waiting.
Shout out to No Cap, man. No funny.
Don't keep me waiting.
Boom! Boom! Shout out to Lawrence, man. Shout out to Lawrence, man. Shout out after the music, bro. Big shout out. Big shout out. Boom! 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 Boom!
Can you fit me in your schedule? It's already there.
Lawrence, man.
It's already daytime.
I gotta fix that boom, boom, boom. Haven't said no funny. No funny.
Your side of
Shout out to Lawrence and Shaggy, man. Shout out to Kenny, to my dog Kenny pulled up. Appreciate y'all. We got one more song and we'll go ahead and get started. I ain't picked the time. Man, I mean, look at the day. I mean, it's like God is with me, bro. God is with me. You know, when you wake up feeling blessed, you just know God is with you. Like I literally woke up. I literally woke up today feeling blessed. I'm not gonna lie to you. And it's not the Jimmy news. I know how y'all feel about the whole little Jimmy, but it's not the Jimmy news, guys. It's not the Jimmy news. I know what y'all are thinking. TJ was gifted a membership by Shaggy. Shout out to Shaggy. Shaggy gifted TJ a membership. Shaggy just gifted the podcast starts tomorrow membership. Not even sure what that. Shaggy gifted membership. Shaggy's a real one. Shout out to Shaggy. No funny. Shout out to Shaggy, Lawrence, Nana. Something telling me somebody else gonna become a member today. Something telling me somebody else become a member today. 1000%. I believe it. Listen, I'm putting in so much work this morning, bro. I'm putting in so much work this morning. No funny. Y'all probably seeing some. Listen, I edited and posted process clip of his thoughts on A.J. Brown yesterday. And this is why I need to do this more often, because the interaction that I'm getting off that on TikTok is insane. It's literally insane. I did something big this morning. I recorded for my first time by myself. I recorded like a 10, 11-minute video. I want to say one of them 10, 11-minute video this morning on the Jimmy Butler news. That's the first time I recorded a video by myself. No funny. That's the first time I did that. Super duper 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 step in the right direction. Like super duper 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 step in the right direction. Can't wait to continue to do it more. Because I have the capability and the ability to do so. You know, so why not do it? I don't gotta. I wake up and everything go to facts and stats. You know, all my time go to facts and stats. All my time go to prepping for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed. I feel blessed. I'm thankful. Let me make a tweet. I'm thankful and I'm appreciative of all you all that's in here. 3 new members today. Shout out to Shaggy and Nana for circling back. And then shout out to Lawrence. Shout out to Lawrence for even becoming a member. You know what I'm saying? That matters. I'm mad this process thing is not on the main timeline. It's on my replies. I don't know how that worked, but whatever. I didn't tweet the show today. What? Bro, I got so caught up I didn't tweet the show today. That's insane. But what? I literally told myself I'm about to make a tweet at 9 a.m. and I never tweeted it. Wow, that's insane. Shout out to y'all for still coming through. No funny. Show is now live. Show is now live. Shout out to y'all. No funny. Monday Night Football recap. Fantasy football. Shout out to y'all for coming through. Still, I did not know that. Wow, that's a little minor setback. Fantasy football. Weekly top 15. Anush, what you say? Anush, if you think that's even real, do I think what's real? We got Pac-Man to pull up, man. Pac-Man, what's good, Mo? You used to rock with Facts and Stats every day, Pac-Man. Where you been at, man? Where you been at, man? Jimmy Butler. Where you been at, man? My dog Pac-Man been at. All right. All right. Yeah, I'm all over the place today. I'm all over the place today. Putting in a lot of work, putting in a lot of time. I'm definitely going to I got to drop the link in the chat for y'all to join the stage as well. Just give me a second. But I mean, everybody that's in here again, I'm thankful. Be more heartbroken. Shit. I refound love again. What you mean? You mean you're heartbroken? Nigga, I refound love again. You mean to tell me they finally want to do what I said do? Anush, yes, I think it's real. It's 1,000% real. It's 1,000% real. And I've been saying this. Like, I've been saying it's going to come down to this. Like, this does not surprise me one bit. They're not going to pay that guy. Respect to him, though. They're not going to pay Jimmy what he wants. And I literally recorded a bit, true story. I literally recorded a video today, like I was just telling y'all, on the whole. And I explained my full thoughts. I'm going to make a post on that on Twitter in like 5 minutes. But I explained my full thoughts on it. My first time recording a video by myself, I felt good. I felt good. So if you want to see, if you got some time, you got some free time, and obviously I'm going to explain it during the show as well. But if you got some time and you want to watch the whole entire video, it's literally on the YouTube page. It's on the YouTube page. Shout out to Process. Process just at me on Twitter. Build around Bama Hero. Only Heat fan wanted this. Now it's going to happen. I mean, listen, we're not starting a show like this. The show is not starting right now, by the way, because I can go on and on and on. And I can talk by myself. The show is not starting right now. Process saying this again. Build around Bama Hero. Only Heat fan wanted this. Now it's going to happen, guys. RIP to my mom, right? Lock screen. But guys, I said in the video, I don't think building around here on Bama is going to win a championship or make the Heat some perennial contenders in the Eastern Conference or whatever the case may be. I am not saying that. But I knew it was the best direction for the Heat to go in for the future. And listen, it might be a year too late. They probably should have been realized it. Whatever the case may be, we here. You know, I'm thankful we here. It is what it is. We're going to get into all that in a second. At the end of the day, good morning to every somebody that's in here. Welcome back to another daily Facts and Stats show, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern time until I'm supposed to have an appointment at 3 o'clock today. So I probably got like 3 up until like 2:30 in me. We'll see how that go. Damn, I'm happy. I feel good today, bro. I'm just so happy. I just feel good today. Just in general, just life. As you see floating on the bottom of the screen, I didn't even have this floating on the bottom of the screen, welcoming you all, thanking you all for coming through to the best show in the world, hosted by me, Everett Jr., also known as Mr. Facts and Stats, as you see. So I appreciate you all in here. You also see Ari comment telling y'all to like the video. That is next. If you are in here, you did not like the video yet. There's 33 people in here so far. If you are in here, you did not like the video yet, just hit that little thumbs up joint. Hit that little thumbs up joint and like the video, man. Jimmy to your Warriors would be great. Come on the stage and let's talk about it, De'Aaron Morris. Let's talk about it. Make sure y'all like the video. Also, make sure y'all comment. I read all the comments. One more thing. 2 things that's really important. Make sure you all share this video as well. Anybody you know, it can be all it need to be is one person. Your parents, your significant other, or immediate family member or non-immediate family member, whoever it is, friends, whoever it is. Hey, this is the Facts and Stats show. I tap into it every single day at 11 a.m. You'll like it. You'll probably like listening in it, or you'll probably like talking in it. Share this without share this. This light all in my face, man, and y'all can see what my screen is looking at. Y'all can see. Excuse me. Oh well. Share it. On top of sharing the video, also hit that subscribe button, bro. I shifted to YouTube a month ago, probably a month or some change ago. So I've been pretty consistent on the YouTube side of things. 30+ members, greatly appreciate it. Like I was saying, Fact and Stats is a daily sports show, Monday through Friday. It's also a podcast. It's also a clothing brand. I'm wearing Fact and Stats apparel all the time. Over 100 people have Fact and Stats apparel. If you asked me that I believe in that 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I probably would say no. Over 200 people have Fact and Stats apparel. It's insane. It's insane. On top of that, we're gonna get to the apparel some more in a little second. There are 4 different ways you can extend your support for Facts and Stats, guys. This is really important. If you rock with me, why not? You can become a member like Shaggy, Lawrence, and Nana did this morning. I made it easy for y'all. Where you can become a member directly from your phone now. All you gotta do is click the description on this video, and it's going to say become a member at the top. And when you hit that button, there's 3 different levels you can join as: level 1, level 2, and level 3. It don't matter to me which one you join as. They all have different customized perks. And I appreciate y'all for whatever level you join as, first and foremost. On top of that, you can send super chats and super stickers throughout the show, whether it's for $5, $20, $1. Greatly appreciate it. All extended support directly goes to me and the platform, so keep that in mind. Super chats and super stickers and the members. So let's see if we can get another member today. What else? Next, the Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. You guys can probably check out probably follow Facts and Stats on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok if you have not so far. This is what the Facts and Stats Twitter looks like. Show is now live. If you are in here, y'all, make sure you roll retweet this tweet. Why not? I know some of y'all retweeted this one right here. Greatly appreciate that too. If you are in here, retweet this tweet, letting people know the show is now live and where the show is at. A lot of people is so accustomed or used to the show being on one, it started on Spaces and then playback. And now I'm trying to get everybody to shift to know YouTube is the place to be. And so that's going to be more subscribers, more people becoming members eventually, and more people just supporting, period. And also more likes on the video. Liking the video also helps the algorithm out. Also, like I told y'all earlier this week, I'm going to do my best to really lock in and post clips from the show on TikTok, on Instagram, and Twitter. I posted process tweet wrong, so it's not on the main page right here, but it is in the replies because I add him at the top of it. For example, process comments on A.J. Brown yesterday. You know, everything that he was saying in regards to him being a bitch and him needing to stop acting like, you know, it's not about him. And if you want to act like that, go elsewhere and all that shit process was saying yesterday. On top of that, on Twitter, I also, like I was just saying, I distributed to TikTok. Milo, stop whining, bro. Be throwing me off, bro. I distributed to TikTok. And the process clip on TikTok is doing pretty solid right now. A lot of people's commenting, a lot of people have thoughts. Here you see some of the comments on the screen. I uploaded an hour ago. Told process to simmer down. Somebody said process is yapping. Don't ever cook again. And more comments, bro. So anything that's said during the show, just know it's possible that it can get uploaded to TikTok as well. So keep that in mind. And Instagram and etc. So follow Fact and Stats on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And also the next thing is the website. I was just telling y'all about Fact and Stats apparel, and how many people have Fact and Stats apparel, and how I always wear Fact and Stats apparel for the most part. On top of me, you can support in that aspect as well. And I'm gonna show the screen I'm gonna show the website on the screen for you all real quick. We have hoodies that's available for as low as $45, and sweatpants. Hoodies $45, sweatpants $35. You have like a compression type shirt. I have one left. There's only one left of this for $30. And on top of that, I have shirts that are on sale for as low as $15. So if you want to start small and get a Facts and Stats shirt before a new design drops, which is my next step. Check out the websites factandstats.us for a Facts and Stats shirt for as low as $15. I know it's the winter time. If you want a hoodie, feel free. Again, check out the website factandstats.us. And I have to drop the link in the chat for y'all to join the stage. Hold on. I'm over here multitasking. I ain't even reading the chat, y'all. Hold on 1 second. To join the stage. My bad. All right. That link is in the chat now. We finding the rhythm right now, so honestly, just edit it. I don't know what Shaggy talking about. Oh, he said edit that tweet. I can't edit that tweet no more. It's past the time. But yeah, check out the website. Next on the thing, we have the playback room, Fact and Stats playback room. We watch nightly NBA games in there. Tonight is NBA Cup games. I think this is semifinals. So these are 2 big games tonight. We'll dive into those games after we talk about Jimmy Butler and the Heat. And then more importantly, we're going to watch those games together. So in the description, you'll see the room, playback.tv/Facts and Stats. Right besides live nightly watch parties. That room is free to join. It's over 1,500 members in the playback room. It don't cost no money to sign up and join the room. And there's also an app you can easily download that allows you to join the room. So if you ever want to watch NBA games with us, feel free to join the Facts and Stats playback room. And yeah, I think that's everything. Circle back to the memberships one more time. 4 different ways you can extend your support for Facts and Stats: membership, super chats, super stickers. 3 new people became members today. If you want to become a member, it is literally the link in the description on this video. Also, like the video. The video has 15 likes now, I want to say. And then also, if you are not, last but not least, before we get started, if you are not subscribed to the platform, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. Greatly appreciate all the support. We're going to go ahead and get started. In my opinion, they'll probably knock out the NFL talks for the most part. Shaggy, was good, bro. Welcome to the stage. Anybody else, feel free to come to the stage. It is the pinned message.
Word. How the hell you post a tweet wrong?
I didn't know if you put somebody at name first, it will go to the back end. I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know. So it did that. That is so bogus, but whatever. I ain't tripping about it. It is what it is. Quickly, like I said, this is probably not going to take too long, but we got some things to get out the way first, and then we're going to go ahead and circle to NBA probably for the rest of the day. Last night we had the Cowboys versus the Cincinnati Bengals. This is the game that I watched sparingly. Probably the most game that I watched week 14 out of week 14. Surprising, or besides the Lions and Packers game. Surprisingly, I just enjoy. I enjoy seeing star players perform. Let me start there. Everybody that I predicted the scored besides T. Higgins. I know T. Higgins showed a lot of people from a gambling perspective. Not me. I don't think I gambled yesterday. So not me. But Jamar Chase, man, phenomenal season he's having. Him and Burrow, actually. I don't want to just focus on Jamar Chase. Phenomenal season both of those guys are having. Joe Burrow put up 369 passing yards last night. I believe this was his 4th straight game with 300 or more passing yards. 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. Chase Brown had a receiving touchdown. Did over 100 yards from scrimmage. They got a good one in him, personally, if you ask me. I think he'll be real good / elusive in that offense for the years to come of him, Burrow, and Chase, and whatever else they decide to do around that. You seen Joe Burrow say last night in the presser that they're going to do whatever they can to try to keep T. Higgins, and they both sides want to try to work it out. Obviously, I don't think it's true.
You see what T. Higgins said.
What did T. Higgins say back to that?
He ain't really say shit. You can just tell by his tone he wasn't really feeling that shit. Like he on some of it is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. They can do all they want to, cover it up, but man, the whole world know he gone, bro. Real shit.
Yeah, facts. Or Jimmy. And so yeah, man. I mean, potential tree. Where am I going with that? My bad, y'all. I'm trying to post this tweet at the same time. Where am I going with that? So yeah, T. Higgins. Yeah, I think I'm not gonna say it's cap, but I think it's BS. There's no way in hell if you ask me they paid Jamar Chase and T. Higgins in the same offseason. That is literally ridiculous. To the game, the Cowboys had a chance, bro. I mean, I never seen it's ridiculous. Like You mean to tell me you basically block flash, tip a punt, and your guy attempts to catch the ball and then fumbles the ball and then basically give the Bengals the ball back again? And they could have probably held out for a field goal. Hit Jamar on like a curl. Jamar made Deron Bland look like an idiot, scored a touchdown. Cowboys had another chance with probably about a minute to go or 50-some seconds to go. And Trey Henderson, Trey had a big sack. Trey had a big sack and made like 3rd and 20 or something like that. Then ultimately Cooper Rush had an incompletion. So, you know, it is, bro. It is what it is. Honestly, I don't really have no extra words to say. The Bengals moved to 5-8. The Cowboys dropped to 5-8. Cowboys could have moved to 6-7, and I guess sort of kind of try to make things interesting for them. Obviously, I'm not giving it no shot, but here and no there. That's what happened. Jamar Chase, though. My question to you all: he's on the brinks of getting a triple crown. He's on the brinks of leading the league in touchdown receptions for a wide receiver, touchdown catch as a wide receiver, leading the league in receptions, and leading the league in yards. I think the only one that he can probably get caught in is receptions. Brock Bowers is at 87. CeeDee Lamb is at 85. Jamar Chase right now is at 93. Are they the stamped top 2 wide receivers in the league with him and Jettas? And after this season, will anybody say Jamar Chase is better than Jettas? I'm obviously at Shaggy and Westwater up here real quick. And then if not that, the chat as well. After this season, if he triple crowns, will y'all think call Jamar Chase the best wide receiver in the league, or will that still be Jettas? And then are they stamped the top 2 wide receivers in the league to you all?
Top 2, no. I got about 3, 4 guys. I never in my life had Jettas stamp 1 anyway. So, but yeah, but I don't think they're going to call it. People going to still give it to Jettas. They're going to say, oh, one's playing with Burrow, one's playing with Sam Darnold, Kirk Cousins in the previous years and shit. I don't know what it is, but people just love Jettas for some reason, bro. I don't know what they love, but he was never stamped 1, bro. To me, never. And that's no knock on him, but he was just never that.
It's going to work in Chase's favor, in my opinion. I think a lot of people move to that side. And I mean, rightfully so. You have a season like this, you get that praise. So it's cool. I'm not opposed to him being top 2, deemed top 2. Like I think physically he does things that CD can't do. And then like just the size, like advantage over Tyreek. It allows him to do things that Tyreek can't do as well. Like I think Chase is the most unique receiver in the league, in my opinion, in terms of just how versatile he is with what he can do on the field. And I think, so if he's deemed number 1, I won't be mad. I think Jettas is still a guy. I think Tyreek Hill is still a guy. I think CD is a guy. I will say, though, like, as much as I like CD, I do see things in him as a receiver that kind of makes me say, he may be the slightest tick below those other 3. My opinion on Tyreek hasn't changed at all. Like I think Tyreek is a guy. I think Jettas and Hill Jettas and Chase are true guys as well. I think CD, he's a guy with an asterisk, so I'll leave it there.
CD's a guy with it. Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, anything else y'all
Or
want to add to?
lowercase guy, maybe that lowercase guy for CD.
Was there anything else y'all wanted to add on the game in itself, or y'all pretty much good with that?
No, the game was just on in the background.
Yeah, I don't know who the hell Michael Parsons think he is to be walking up the field before the game is over like that. That guy, he's a clown. Like who you think he is, bro?
No funny. Michael was pissed. Bro. No funny. Michael was pissed though.
Like,
he had a right
somebody
to be pissed though, bro.
Somebody quote tweeted that shit. They say he was walking to go do that damn podcast. I was dying, bro.
No funny, bro.
Yeah, like he ain't never been a competitor, bro. He been in them moments.
Nah, walking off the field that early, like, bro, he just delusional. Like, bro, your team ass, bro. Like, you doing too much, gang. Like,
That was a game
reality,
they
bro.
could have and should have won though. And if they had won that game, I think it would have done a lot for their like chances to limp into the playoffs.
1,000%. Yeah, 1,000%.
Chances to
So I
get
think
embarrassed again.
I mean, yeah, but still, like, niggas don't play to not win. So I think that's what it was.
Yeah, that's all. D-Man, welcome to the stage, bro. What's your one? The question was to starter. What's your thoughts on the game? Two, Jamar Chase looking like he's on the brinks of having his first, well, not first, but where it is his first, but he's about to probably triple crown this year. If he triple crowns, would you declare or say he's the best wide receiver in the league going into next season, or would you still say Jettas? And are they step the top 2 wide receivers in the league to you at the moment?
First of all, game. I mean, the Bengals won. It doesn't really matter either way. The as far as Jamar Chase is concerned, going into this year, and it was kind of around the conversation about him getting his extension. He was asking to reset the market, and I was like, "Yeah, you got the talent too, but you haven't put the production on the field." So to say that, and it's not to be like, "Hey, it's your fault that you got hurt or missed time or et cetera," but you got to be able to do it. You got to be able to show it to earn that money. And he's having the season now that he's healthy to do so. And I'm not surprised that he's been able to put up this production. He's always had the talent to lead the league in whatever category you want to choose. But now he's going to be able to get that demand of pay to be the highest paid wide receiver. Personally, I still think that there are ways in which I do favor Justin Jefferson. And it's splitting hairs because I think Jamar Chase is spectacularly talented. However you want to put it, for a long time it was Devontae Adams up there. I don't think you're obviously going to have him up there anymore. As far as them two, if you want to say that they're the 2 best in the league, I think that's perfectly well within your right. I don't have any real pushback to it. I know CeeDee Lamb obviously last year was spectacular. This year has been, not as great because of other circumstances. But I do think Jamar Chase is a better wide receiver than CeeDee Lamb. I think that's true. But you can't say that until you actually go out there and prove it. And he's been able to do that this year as well. So I think that if you want to say he's top 2, I think that's perfectly fair. I'd probably have him, in the mix there, probably top 3. I still am somebody that does believe in the spectacular play of A.J. Brown. That's just me personally, because he's always been the type of wide receiver that I love. But all that being said, I think that he's top 3, and I do think Justin Jefferson's a little bit better. But it's splitting hairs when it comes to those guys. Jamar Chase is spectacular, and he's going to get paid to reset the market, and he's earned it this year, to say the least.
1,000%. Definitely resetting. Appreciate you. Like I said, I figured the game would have been brief. I figured the game was going to be brief. So with that being, Bear, what's good? With that being said, we're going to work our way to 2 things real quick before we get to the NBA talks with Jimmy Butler name. Obviously, we're breaking news this morning. The Heat are really willing to entertain offers for him. So we're going to get to that in a second. Before that, I got to give you guys the usual dive into the Facts and Stats Fantasy Football League.
Can I?
And after that, go ahead, feel free.
Real quick before you go on to this, because I do want to ask this question. Am I because I am somebody that does not like the Bengals, even though I have a healthy respect for the great players on their team. Am I off base when I'm saying that there's been a little bit too much hype around Joe Burrow's season to this point in the year?
Okay, nah, I'm saying it too, and I'm glad you said that. It's ridiculous, in my opinion. It's ridiculous. Like, I mean, like I seen your response to the swipe this morning when I woke up. And granted, he's performing well. He's playing well. I get it. But to all this, MVP this, MVP if that, MVP if this, like, I don't like that, because at the end of the day, you had opportunity to win certain games, like you tweeted this morning. Actually, you had opportunity to win certain games with the ball in your hands last, not the defense, and you could have won them games. And you probably could have been in a different scenario or a different situation, team record wise, and also playoff hunt wise. So that's where I'm at with it. I'm not for the if this, if that, MVP. No, you work with what you got, and at the end of the day, it was opportunities, especially that Patriots game that I want to highlight, where you could have probably won that game, and you probably should have won that game. I know the Patriots probably look back now, wish they lost that game, and you'll probably have more. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Honestly,
Are you saying that to make the case that his season hasn't been as impressive as Swiper or other people are making it out to be?
I don't think that his season's been as impressive as Swiper tweeted out earlier today. I think he's had a great season, spectacular season. Like he's obviously leading in yards and touchdowns for a very good reason. I think he's been a great quarterback this year. I'm not trying to take that away from him, but to say that it's historically great season, no, that's not true. It's just not. He's on pace for 4,800 yards, 43 touchdowns. It's not like he's leading across the board in other categories as well. In 17 games, that's just not a historically great year. It's historic. Go ahead.
If he trends, let's say for the rest of the year, let's say he hits those benchmarks with adds 10 more touchdowns, and let's say it's I'll give him 2 more interceptions for the rest of the year. So if it's 43 touchdowns and 8 interceptions and 4,800 yards, like you said, that would be one of the better seasons ever. It's not like I don't think it would be a top 5 season, but I think like from what I'm reading on Swiper's Twitter, he said all-time great season. And he said also he said he's the real MVP. I don't agree with that. I don't think he's the most valuable player.
Yeah.
But then
That's where I'm at with it.
also he said he might have the best non-MVP QB season in modern NFL history. He asked a question. I don't know if I'm
I
there.
could point to
D-Mac.
like 5 Drew Brees seasons that have been better.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if I'm there, but him having an all-time great season, I think that's fair. Like he's on pace to having like in the season having an all-time great season by the numbers.
Big Cozy, what's up, Big Cozy?
I suppose it kind of depends on where you place, what's the benchmark for all-time great season. Again, that is a subjective term as far as that's concerned. So I don't know. If you he gets 4,800 yards, I mean, that's outside the top 25 of all time. And again, I'm not saying that is it.
He's on pace for an all-time great season.
RT, what's the word RT? We on YouTube, RT, pull up.
That would be outside the top 25 all time. And again, that's in a 17-game season, not necessarily that. 43 yards, that would put him in the range for top 10 all time, or 43 touchdowns, I should say, put him in the range for top 10 all time. And I think that you could argue that from that standpoint. The thing for me is, like this Bengals defense is bad. I'm not trying to take that away from him. And the conversation that I specifically had about the games that I thought he could have, those were games in which the defense bring it within range. I'm not saying that he should have won the shootout with the Steelers or won the shootout with the Ravens or whatever. I do think that there are actual real games that he could have performed better in and been able to win those games. But all-time great season, when you're not destroying people as far as, and I know I like to use these terms, but EPA per play or QBR, things of that nature as well, in addition to while still leading the league in passing yards and passing TDs. I don't know if I necessarily see it that way from that standpoint. That's just me. But it is a subjective term. And wherever you draw that line, I understand why. For some people, maybe it is. I personally just don't see it that way. And there is only so much credit that I'm going to give as far as the record is concerned when there are contexts for certain games in which he could have performed better to have that record be different than it was.
Yep.
Division online for sure. In facts, D-Mac.
Yeah, I'm with D-Mac. Having a great year. Hold up real quick. Well, he having a great year, but when it get to the point, when I ask somebody, why did he throw this interception that was clearly on him, and a Bengals fan that we all know, love, and respect in here told me, oh, he was forcing because he know the defense ain't gonna get stops. Yeah, y'all jazzing him. Straight up. I'm good. He forcing because he know the defense ain't gonna get a stop. Man, fuck out of here. I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I see both sides. I just think from what he's done from a stats perspective, there's an argument for him having one of the better seasons ever, even if that's barely, cracking the top 25, or if that's right outside the top 25. I think that there's context for people to say, hey, this season with everything he put together, I may rank it as the 25th best quarterback season alone, not taking record, just level of play, statistics, etc. from a quarterback. They may put it up there as the 25th best. If that were to happen, I wouldn't have an issue with somebody saying that. Is like where I was coming from with it.
Yeah,
But
I'm with you.
yeah, I don't think he's the MVP. Like some things that Swiper has said, I think is rooted in fandom. But that's kind of how this always goes. We all know he's a huge Burrow fan and sings
Big
his
bro.
praises like none other.
Yep. Chad's in the chat spazzing.
I'll tell
But
you
yeah,
something.
he just
Who the fuck said that?
stop.
I knew
Oh,
this was going to be a
that's the
little bit of
Shaggy.
a shoot the messenger situation, but I thought it was an interesting conversation because I don't want to take away because he is playing like a great quarterback right now. That's just the facts of it. But all time great season to me is a stretch personally. So I don't think he's necessarily even lapping the field right now. I think that he is ahead in those counting stats for sure, but I'm not sure if he is lapping the field from that standpoint.
This
Right.
year? That's interesting. I don't see how you get there. Thinking it's like just too close.
Yeah, I don't think that there's the level of play that he's maintained throughout the entirety of the season. I think Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson have been right there with him.
Oh, I mean that's different. I thought you were talking the actual stats.
No,
I
well, I
agree
mean,
that people
again,
put
counting
that
stats,
level.
he's leading in, and he does have some. I think what is it, 200 yards? Is it? I have to look it up again. I think it may be 200 yards, and I think it might be maybe 4 touchdowns. I think it is. I can't remember. I have to look it up. But no, it is also not just those counting stats, but also the more comprehensive advanced analytics that don't necessarily say that he's lapping them as well. But no, I was just talking about more so just level of play from that standpoint.
Oh yeah, I agree with level of play. I think he's playing exceptionally well, but I think there are other quarterbacks who are playing really well. And you named two of them, right? So I don't have an issue with that at all. But like, yeah, the counting stats. I do think there's a middle ground for people who just don't want his year to be overshadowed because the team is struggling. And it's like, hey, a lot of people, like when it comes to Chase, people are giving Chase his just due, and rightfully so. He's balling his ass off. But again, that there's another part of that where it's like, oh, number 9 is right there. He's hooping as well, or balling, however you want to put it. And I think people are just trying to give him credit for that. Some are giving him too much credit though, to D-Mac's point and Ev's point and Shaggy.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yep.
Who's gonna get to this AJ stuff and Jimmy? Oh, we got to do
Yep.
power rankings though. I'm way ahead of schedule. My fault. Let me fall back.
Shout out to Chase and CD for their games last night, though. 2-star receivers performed, especially Jamar Chase. He had a lot of big games this year, man. He had like 4 big games this year. Breaking news: Bill Belichick agreed to become UNC's football head coach. That's random.
Holy shit!
Does he have some ties with North Carolina or something? Like, what's that about? Like, what?
I don't know.
Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that he has ties to North Carolina, but I know that the boosters are truly going big game hunting, and they're tired of the football program not being good enough. Mac Brown, like we had Larry Fedora. He was terrible on all fronts and all facets. We did have good seasons under him, but like looking closely, I know a lot of people up here don't really follow Carolina football, but I mean, from academics, the football team wasn't performing at the level that they should have been. Then they were getting in trouble off the field, and then things soured on the field as well, and they weren't winning games. So he had to go. Okay, cool. Then Mac Brown, he's old. Came in, we had some good seasons under him, but I think people felt like, excuse me, around the program that they're like we could have squeezed more juice out of the orange essentially. And then this year's just been an utter disappointment. And again, when a guy's old, it's easy for a guy to be like, for people to feel like you've lost your fastball. And I think that a lot of that played into the Mac Brown situation. So they kind of asked him to step aside. He wasn't considering retirement actually, but it is what it is. And I think they're just trying to go big game hunting.
So I'll give a little bit of context.
Oh, that's not official yet. By the way,
I think it is interesting though.
What's
So
not
Yeah.
official?
so Belichick.
him being the head coach. It's
Yeah,
not
so
Oh
official.
no,
Belichick
I
has
didn't. Nobody up here said that. I thought.
No,
Ed said that.
I did.
so Belichick
nah,
has
my fault.
agreed to become the next coach. He handed the school a 400-page organizational Bible, and I'll spare you guys the exact details, but they're going to make a decision within the next 24 hours, and if they're going to move forward from that standpoint. The Bible includes a coaching staff that's going to be hired, salary minimums according, and a recruitment staff.
You reading that tweet I sent?
Yeah. Oh, did you send?
Yeah, I sent
Oh,
it.
sorry. I just came across it. My bad. I didn't even look at the
You get it.
It's going to also include a sitting college GM with the recruitment staff that's going to be hired as well. This is the Bible that he had for the NFL and college, but he updated specifically for UNC and gave it to them.
Okay.
It'd be great for the program though.
His dad used to coach at Carolina.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well,
there's his dad was an assistant at Carolina.
Oh, so
I only know that because I just saw they pulled up this old baby picture of him at the stadium, and probably the old stadium, and they were like, yeah, it was taken when his dad was a head coach at Carolina. I mean, an assistant coach at Carolina, and I was like, oh, cool. So he does have ties there. Like, it's not this new thing. I will say though that there's been pushback from the board of trustees that would have to approve this hire. And some of the other faculty that they have involved in the process. And they just primarily, they would have to essentially, they're worried that to implement his organizational Bible, they would have to make a large investment in like completely overhauling the program, which I'm sure involves like firing people who you have to then pay severance to, and then hiring new people who you then have to give new contracts to, in addition to whatever other demands that are in there. And there's like some real concern on if the school is going to be willing to meet his needs. They're also concerned that the school won't do what he wants them to do, which is make Steve Belichick like the heir apparent and like guarantee that in his contract. And they're like, don't know if the school is going to want to tie themselves to son Belichick in order to get Bill. So
I'll say this: I'm skeptical. I was skeptical about him really taking over any head coaching job, just in general, for many different reasons. But I will say, this being laid out in this manner, if they're willing to do that, I can see the pathway for success from that standpoint. Taking the recruitment staff necessarily a little bit out of his hands, but still being able to work with them closely makes sense. That it is a structure that I think could possibly work. It's going to cost a lot, that's for damn sure. But that's what the boost is for.
Yeah, we gotta stop playing with Bill, though, man. Bill's an all-time great coach.
He is.
No need for skepticism when Bill's in the building, man.
He is, but I don't know if Bill can do this NIL shit. And I don't know if he wants to do the NIL. I mean, I'm guessing he wants to. I just don't know if I don't know how good he's gonna be at NIL, because NIL kind of goes like against like his core of like his understanding of football and being a coach and like recruiting players, quote unquote. And that's really my biggest thing. It's like, ooh, will he be able to do do recruitment the way that it's done now, opposed to like, a player having to go in the transfer portal and essentially having to kind of like sell your program to players, especially the top players, and be like, hey, you should want to come play for me and come play for whatever. That's my one thing. I'm like, Kenny, is he going to be willing to? Will that not grate on him?
Okay. Shout out to Bill. What's up? What's up?
Bill, you have an in-home visit for Bill Belichick as a quarterback, one of the top quarterbacks in the country. He come and visit your house and come in the room and offer you $200K starting job at UNC next year. You're not going? I think it's that simple, bro. I think it's that simple.
What if I'm getting $1 million?
What if I say the word no?
What if I'm getting $1 million from another place?
It depends. Then at that point, it depends. Then you have to match. You just have to play the matching game. But I think Bill would get full rights to the organization. I don't think he would even go to UNC if that wasn't negotiated as well for the first step of it. I think he has full rights. I think he get his own staff. I think they do get a boost in NIL. You might get other boosters who will now pay more money for the school to help the NIL. I think you will what I mean, with Bill Belichick, you might get some former players that he coached in the NFL that might throw some money in there as well. So I don't think that'll be a problem. I think it's just about getting a new voice and getting a new face of the program and getting new things around the program to try to boost the program. Like I think Tori West's point. I don't I don't know if I really agree with the college route, but I don't think it'll be a problem for him. Because you got look at a nigga like Dion, look at a nigga like Saban. They come in your house, bro, and throw that bag.
Saban left for this
He
reason though.
left because he couldn't do it anymore.
Saban literally left because he said I hated doing that.
And look at Dion.
But Dion and Bill aren't the same kind of coach though.
But no, I'm saying as far as the person, not to
Or
the other.
person like Bill Belichick is not as
Very
as charismatic as Dion Sanders is.
I'm telling. I don't. What I'm telling you is, I don't think it would be a problem for him. I don't. I think it. I don't even think he would even look at the job if he thought it would be a problem for him.
Do I think he's committed to doing it because he's viewed for the job? This isn't a will Bill do it thing.
Yeah,
They
This
this
got a
is
is
nice,
a
a
will
they got a
Bill
nice
be
ring with
successful
Chin.
at it
yeah.
thing.
It's a nice ring, Chan. Chapel
Oh,
Bill.
so they just broke they broke the news.
Well,
Nah,
no.
this
So
just this
No,
is a
this is the same
Oh,
guy, the same account
yeah,
that
I,
Schefter just
I fucking hate
did.
Cove.
I hate Duff too. The same account that Schefter just I guess credited. That's the guy that I've been reading all the stuff from about like there's concern with the
what's on
board
Twitter?
and
He
all that
gave
shit.
them terms, and now
Yeah, no,
UNC is
I
Yeah,
having
remember what was said
okay.
earlier. I just hadn't seen the screen. So all right, UNC has to agree to make it final.
essentially. Yeah. Which is a little
So
ass backwards because normally they agree before you accept.
is it official or is it not official?
It's
No,
not
it's not
official.
Not
official. He
official.
accepted on these terms that he presented to the institution. If they're willing to agree to those terms, then we'll have a deal. If not, then they'll pivot.
And that goes to the point that I literally just said, bro. It's going to be on his terms. It's going to be on what he wants. If they can agree to that, I don't see a problem with it at all.
Likewise,
The NIL shit different, bro. No cap.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, we
Like
had
we gotta understand these kids aren't Bill Belichick's name means a lot, right?
not to these 16, 17 year
But
old.
yeah, I'm like,
but
you
that's
gotta
also
understand who you
not
dealing with.
true, y'all. I don't agree with that.
Bro, wait. I'm
No,
gonna break. I'm gonna break it down to you like this, bro. This is Ohio State had a kid that was committed to them. I want to say all fucking year. This man committed. He flipped and committed to Oregon because they're giving a DB a shoe deal. A shoe
that
deal.
that's fine. That you made a blanketed statement that
But his
uh
yeah, his
Bill.
nine his
Okay, go
nine don't
ahead.
hold his nine. When I say his nine don't hold weight to 16 and 17-year-olds now, there in my opinion there are only a few college coaches whose names are really big and still hold weight in college football. So
Okay,
most of them aren't there anymore, and they all left because of the NIL shit.
and that's fine. This is Bill Belichick is Bill Belichick, and I think that Bill Belichick's name, whether it be to the kid alone or his parents, who still having him like have a say on what their child ends up doing, and that parent who says, "Hey, that's Bill Belichick," it might make some sense to really, really. It doesn't mean that he gets chosen, but I don't think it's
Yeah,
oh, Bill Belichick, oh, fuck out of here. That nigga don't mean shit. Like I just don't think that's the reality of the situation. I
And
nah,
do think
yeah.
that
that's all I'm saying, bro. It's about the bigger picture,
The bigger picture, yeah, because
The
Y'all
most of
sure
bigger
them,
about that?
picture
Y'all
is
sure
the
about that
check
right
you're
now?
about to give me.
Yeah,
I promise you, bro.
Like
I
Y'all
he's
promise you.
operating like
yeah. I
Bill's
mean,
name holds a ton of fucking weight. If this was the old way of doing things, I would think he would have zero fucking issue, quite frankly, recruiting and being successful in the recruitment and getting the kind of caliber of players that I think they're bringing him in. These kids like money.
It's
So
about
your
check
name,
money.
Ev.
The
Why are we
money
looking in
talk,
your
dog.
DMs? Oh, that. I was like, nigga, what? Um, the name holds weight, but when you're offering me what 300K, 400K, right? And then I got another team, another school that's offering me 500K plus
Man,
plus plus.
a couple
Yeah,
million,
your
man.
name is
What's up?
great. Shout out to you, King.
Oh
I'm
God, we
going
need
to
that
who but to
money.
pay me.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
we've seen it happen though. Like if we weren't seeing this actively happen with kids leaving bigger programs to go to other schools, with kids leaving established quote unquote coaches to go to other schools because of the money, then I wouldn't think it was an issue. But it's money. Money has now become a thing. And guess what? The parent can say, "Oh my gosh, this is Bill Belichick. You should really want to play for him." But one thing Dion also does do is he got them Colorado people to open their friggin' pockets to say that I
okay,
can be
so
Dion all I want, but if you're not putting up the money to compete with these programs to get these players, then it's not going to happen.
okay, and what leads you to believe that Bill can't make that same point to the institution? Hey, all of this is fine, and me being Bill is fine, and boom, boom, boom. But we do need to be willing to spend to get some of the top kids. But and I'll set that aside for now. The biggest point for me, where UNC football has been, I think Bill will elevate that. And that is a big part of why you bring him in. It's not that Bill has to go be Saban in college. I agree. Bill is gonna miss out. Every coach misses out on some recruits though. I don't like what are we arguing here? Like what's the stance that Bill won't have any success because of NIL
No, I
or
I think that
limited success due to NIL? That's not something I agree with.
I think he absolutely is going to be, successful there. It's certainly better than you guys have been recently. Like I don't disagree with that at all. I think that I'll be interested to see how his coaching style does adapt to kids. That is a thing that does happen between the NFL and college. Not to say that he doesn't all of a sudden know football. He absolutely does. I expect him to bring that expertise to it. Um, the NIL thing is a wild card though. It is depending upon how much UNC has the pocketbook to do so. I think that they absolutely have deep pockets over there. I'm not trying to act like they don't. They have deep pockets over there. So I expect that they'll be able to put this in place. It's going to take a massive investment though. And that is also a question mark that I guess that they're going to mull over here before they give their answer as well. So, but you talk about the going to these kids, living room. I think there will be some kids that works on, but this shit is about money. If you're not outbidding, then you're probably not going to get the person. I'm just saying, person.
Yeah, that's fair. I just question to what degree it'll hurt the program from where it has been to where I think it can be if
If
under
it's
his
Bill and he
tenure.
does it this way, I think you guys will be better than
Adding
you
Bill
have been
isn't
the
going to
last
hurt
couple.
the program. Y'all will be better for sure. I mean, y'all should be better.
Right. So
Like, it's just what level of better will, if buying into his way of doing things, right? If taking that organizational Bible and saying, we'll make some tweaks here and there, but for the most part, Bill, all right, we agree to 99% of your terms, right? That's the school making an enormous investment in him. And then what comes with the level of expectations of success that is now placed on him and the program to match what we've invested in you. And then a
yeah,
large part of that does have to do with like the amount of players that you're ready to recruit. So I do think if they choose to go Bill's way, they will understand that they need to do a very big NIL collective campaign to raise money, right? To get money in an NIL collective specific to just football. It can't be in an athletics collective. It has to be specific to just football because that's what these other big programs are doing. Then do it. But there's
And that goes to
there's
my
programs out here who got that shit ready and like rolling and you know.
yeah, yeah, and I'm with you all there. I think also like knowing UNC, there's a limit. So again, that's why I said earlier, like, yeah, we're going to miss out on some recruits. There will be a cap to what we're willing to commit but that was already going to exist. That was already going to be in play. So I don't think is Bill really ready to engage in that part of it issue as opposed to, hey, UNC is this. This is what they've been. Like literally some of the basketball recruits, which our basketball program trumps our football program. And we still are missing out on recruits that would come to UNC if UNC was willing to meet this number. And UNC is like, we're not going to that number, but we'll give you this number and you get to play for UNC and you get the everything that comes with UNC. Jordan, all the Jordans in the world you could ever want, you're gonna get all of this, and then the connections as well, et cetera, et cetera. And kids are like, yeah, that doesn't mean anything to me, and they go to other programs. I'm 100,000% with you all on that. I just think Bill will make our program a lot better, and if in 2 or 3 years we're on a Colorado trajectory, I think everyone's happy. If we're in the ACC championship in 3 years, my gosh, I guarantee you everybody's fine. Even if we lose out on some recruits, and we're not undefeated and don't look like we're a natty program, like even the ACC championship, being in that game would do a lot for the program. So yeah, but yeah, good combo. What's next?
Have you muted?
Anybody got a response back? Or we good? All right. Couple of pit stops before we get to the GB and the NBA eventually. Jordan Wilson, what's good, Birdie? I'm gonna dive in. I'm gonna give us a dive into Fact and Stats Fantasy Football's good. Fact and Stats Fantasy Football League, and then after that, as a collective, as usual, we're gonna do the weekly top 15 power rankings. And then immediately following that, we're gonna check out or tap into the Jimmy Butler and the Heat news. And a lot, Shams reported a lot of different players projected to get traded. Like
Man,
I said,
I seen that.
yeah, like I said a couple of weeks ago, we was having this conversation. I said the Nets are gonna build this whole shit up. It's gonna be Dennis, Cam, and Dorian, and that's reported this morning. Down to the Blazers, it's Robert Williams. I want to say Anthony and Grant. I think that was the names. And then when you look at the Pels, it was Herb Jones and CJ. And obviously the Heat, the biggest fish of it all, Jimmy Butler. So it's gonna be
when is the NBA trade deadline? I mean, in February.
February, like right before the All-Star game, around that time, or after the All-Star game.
All right, bet.
Yeah, right around that time. So yeah, man, it's gonna be some things to talk about. Obviously, AJ is gonna come with basketball talks. Yeah, I pair the things together: college football with NFL, college basketball with NBA. So always go in that order versus going around the world. We're gonna go ahead and circle to Fact and Stats Fantasy Football League real quick. Y'all know I was on a big late push. Y'all know I prayed like a month ago saying that I hope I do get the playoffs. And I had a fair shot. I had a good chance at doing it. Came up short ultimately. I went against Low. I'm pretty sure they're gonna put my matchup on the screen first, so I'm starting there. I went against Low. How am I signed out, bro? What are you talking about? Where's it at? Hold on, guys. Technical difficulties. Like what? They say I'm signed in, but it's not showing my stuff. Bear with me. Bear with me. All right. Should work now. There we go. Booyah. All right. I had Low this past week, guys. Smoking on Op Pack is him. As you can see, I ended up losing 116 to 114. He had Lamar Jackson on the bye, Terry McLaurin on the bye, Jonathan Taylor on the bye, and I want to start there. Me, I had no Brees Hall, and that was it. For the most part. When you dive into the matchup now, I lost by 28 points. Dropped to 6-8 in the season. If I win this matchup, I make the playoffs. You know, I was 2-6 at a point. Finished 6-8, and the one loss where I didn't get to change my lineup, I think that came back and beat me my ass. Everything else, you know, I just lost. You know, you just lose. You know, you can't really say I would have did this, that, and that, and that. So it is what it is. To the matchup though, Jalen Hurts 24, Chase Brown 24, CeeDee Lamb 21. And I probably have to stop there. Bucky Irvin went out in the first half. I knew he was going to come back and bite me in the ass. Granted, whatever he did, I would have probably still lost anyway. I think it starts with A.J. Brown and Brock Bowers. If them guys give me their usual or probably even get into the end zone, I probably would have a better case ultimately winning. I knew it would have been a problem for me because I had to start DJ Moore. I did not want to start DJ Moore at all. I had Brees Hall in the start lineup the whole time. Obviously, he was out. To my bench, I wasn't going to start nobody over my starters up here anyway. Rome had 20. Isaiah Davis, who I was telling y'all about yesterday, he had 15 points. If he's eligible to be claimed, please make sure you claim him. And yeah, man, it was a tough loss. Low on the other side of things. Look no further than Thursday, bro. I mean, Josh Jacobs had 3 touchdowns with 24 points. Maybe he would have probably had 12 or 13, right? If he scored 1 touchdown or maybe even 2. He had 24 points. Hubbard followed that up with 21 points basically against the Eagles. He got into the end zone. And then Jettas. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I admit, I jumped the gun. When it came to my matchup versus Lowe, I for sure thought I probably was going to win before I even analyzed who he got and who they're going up against. Like, I didn't even know Jettas had the Falcons until literally that Sunday morning when BJ was like, oh, yeah, Jettas everything. And Justin was like, on Friday, actually, Justin was like, Jettas everything. I'm like, oh, shit. Came back and beat me in the ass, bro. He had 32 points, 2 touchdowns. So I think he had a lot of guys step up and perform and did what they needed to do, even George Kittle. It's hard for me to beat that. Lowe got lucky, bro. Lowe got lucky. 10-4. He had a phenomenal year all season, though. Shout out to him. 144 to 116. Shaggy's the guy that I beat last week, which I needed to win. I had to go like 3 straight weeks of having to try to win to make the playoffs. I needed that win over Shaggy last week. I wanted it. Y'all know my ideal scenario. No hating shit. I don't think Miles or Ryder is ready to make the playoffs. No hating shit. Me and Shaggy talked about this. Like, we wanted both of them niggas out. We wanted us to win and both of them niggas be out. Because if I won and Shaggy won, he's in the playoffs. The scenario that I said to Shaggy to get in the playoffs actually worked in Shaggy's favor. I knew Misha was going to beat Rye. I'm gonna get to that in a second. And West had to beat Miles, but West lost. Shaggy team 127 to Wizard don't really matter 103, but Shaggy side of things, good team. You know, I think Devontae Adams, that trade late for him was really damn smart. When I see the notification, I'm like, damn, that's a smart ass trade for Shaggy to get Devontae Adams. He had to start Keenan on a bad week. He really didn't have any choice, honestly. Well, no, actually, he did. Derrick Henry is going to be back next week. George Pickens is a guy he's probably going to have out for the next week or 2. Who knows? But Shaggy ultimately, bro, listen, he got his foundation. He got what he wanted to do, and that's built on his running backs: Aaron Jones, David Montgomery, and Derrick Henry. And I'm missing somebody. Oh, CMC out for the year, but he even has CMC, which he dropped now. Malik Neighbors came back with 15 points. Devontae Adams had 26. So shout out to Shaggy. He is now in the playoffs. To answer Henderson's question, yes, he made it. 7-7. I'm happy for my dog. Next is some shit that I never seen happen before. I mean, shit's fucking ridiculous. Jordan Woods team, him and Lowe, they've been probably the 2 most consistent teams all year. Let me start there. Jordan Woods and Lowe got a really damn good team.
Has the best record since week 1. We're tied for it.
Yeah, them two, phenomenal year for them. Jordan Woods 11-3 now on the season. He beat Op, who had a good season so far as well. He turned the season around pretty quickly. After probably like week 3 or 4, he went on a big win streak that set his team up. Jordan had 218 points. That's ridiculous. You're looking at his team, Josh. Oh my goodness, I never seen a quarterback have 51 points ever. I never seen a quarterback have 51 points ever. 51 points for Josh Allen. A-Chain at 19 points. Gibbs 19 points. Puka 41 points. Drake 12 points. Zach 38 points. I mean, the nigga team is ridiculous, bro. I've been telling y'all this for the past 2 months. This is outside of me, not including me, even probably including me. This is the best team because he got the better running backs to me. Because Brees Hall been sort of kind of like a letdown. I like Chase Brown more than Brees Hall for my fantasy team this year to close the year out. If I would have made the playoff, I would be more confident on Chase production than Brees. Obviously, they got a lot
Why
to
you trade him?
Why I trade
Did you
him?
have him at one point?
Who? No, I got Chase Brown. I never traded Chase Brown.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you. Okay, I misheard it. I thought
Yeah.
you were saying that like, you wish you would have had him over Brees,
Nah.
but you were saying he's just been more productive on your team. Okay.
Yeah, like going into the playoffs, if I would have made the playoffs this week, I would have been more confident in Chase Brown than Brees Hall, just because how Brees been. A lot of that to do with A-Rod and the, passing game with Aaron Rodgers and offensive line, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, Justin. Jordan team went stupid. I mean, it's really ridiculous, bro. I might have a whole different draft strategy next year. Like I'm telling y'all, like I'm doing some new shit next year, like some new shit. To his bench, BTJ has 16 on the bench. Two, it don't matter. And yeah, this is what people gonna be having to deal with. It's going to be most likely BTJ or MPJ in that starting flex spot. Unless Kenneth Walker plays, if Kenneth Walker don't play, you will continue to see him go with these three running backs in this starting lineup. This will be his playoff starting lineup, most likely. Obviously he'll swap a defense for a kicker if need be. Jamar Chase went stupid. Garrett Wilson had a great game. He also has Trey McBride, so he had his core. He got DK too, DK Metcalf as well. He struggled in that running back department alongside Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon was on a bye week, but Najee been up and down, and then Spears just not have been what people say he was going to be this year in a split backfield with Tony Pollard. So shout out to Jordan Woods. That's again, like I say, I think he has the best team in the league, personally. But best team don't always win, and I'm probably a good example of that. Process don't really matter. He's in the playoffs anyway. He got the win over BJ. BJ was 4-10 on the year. Whatever. This doesn't matter personally. Process is led by Saquon and Bijan. So shout out to Process. He made a move to get Saquon early. Also made a great trade to get Jacoby Myers late from BJ as well. Been starting Rico as a late, which he should have been doing. He probably would have had 10 or 11 wins on the season if he started Rico like 2 back-to-back weeks. That's his fault, to be honest. Jerry Judy's also the late come along for him. Him and Jameis Winston definitely got a connection going on. And yeah, man, Smitty and Thielen on the bench, and that's that. Brooks out for the year. He'll probably drop him. Well, he will drop him, and that's that. Miles needed this. Miles needed a win to be in, sort of, kind of, I guess, if I would have won. But like I said, I lost anyway, so it don't matter. Shout out to Miles. 119
I'm just happy to be here, bro. No
yeah.
cap.
Shout out to Miles. Listen, he in the playoffs, and anything is possible when you make the playoffs. He's led by Kyrie Williams.
Be for real.
Anything is possible, gang.
No, sir.
Anything is possible.
I'm just happy to be here, bro. That shit over with. I gotta play low. I gotta play low in that first game. Nigga, that shit dead.
Anything is possible, gang. Now you don't got low, you got process.
But I thought it was low before. I want to say the season over with. It switched to process.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see who's gonna stick around for another week, bro.
I'm just happy to be here, bro. I'm happy to be here, bro.
All right, well, listen, y'all heard Miles. Miles gonna tell y'all I try to get Kyron all damn years. A couple of times I could have probably got him, but I didn't pull the plug. Kyron had 23 points.
Nah, you know what's crazy? I could have got that nigga.
Me too. I could have Kyron.
I just can't trust niggas, bro. I just ain't trust Miles. I did not want to trust him, bro. I couldn't trust him, bro.
You know what surprised me this week? Bruh, I was like top 5 or 6 on the claim thing because my record. Bruh, nobody claimed Isaac, bruh. Like, I'm thinking everybody before me is going to claim him. I didn't even put a claim in.
Needed that,
how the hell did he fall him out?
Saved me, boy.
Bro, it's like, bro. It's like I'm telling myself
really my fault. I stopped paying attention.
I got too many dudes, bro.
Nothing tell me what's on
my nobody is it was. I hate when that shit happens, man. Bench loaded. Can you get rid of him?
Crazy, man.
I picked that nigga up in every fantasy league I'm in, bro.
I'm thinking West Armisha's going to claim him. I didn't even waste my time, bro. I would have been did it.
West got the chat muted. I tagged him in the chat and said, "Bro, go work the waiver wire. Like, what are you fucking doing?"
Well, Shaggy added you plenty times, like the past week.
You know what it really was, though? I know I couldn't make the playoffs, so I really didn't care. I just, out of respect for the league, I was like at least by Sunday, I'm gonna make sure I actually fill out a roster. But I ain't really give a fuck. Like, my season was over, so I ain't really care. I just feel like I still build out rosters for respect for the league. And I mean, it was a competitive team, even with me folding in some areas, like I could have won that matchup. It was like really close still.
I'm just mad because if I claimed him, I would have 1,000% probably started him.
G, I ain't gonna lie to you,
Yeah.
that man, bro. He
I wouldn't have
saved
had a
me. He
choice.
saved
Just
me,
think
and
I had
he
to
saved
claim
me in
him.
our
Yeah,
league.
dude.
But like he saved me. I legit once I picked him up, once I saw him that they were gonna be starting him. I put in a waiver wire for Mason. Then I see Mason got hurt. I said, "Fuck that." And I put in one for Isaac in every single league I'm in, bro. And I
Nah,
picked
yeah,
him up in
listen,
every single
shout
league
out
I'm
to
in.
you,
No
bro.
cap.
Shout out to you.
That
No
was
pun
it
intended.
was looking real bleak for a little grip, but then Isaac I guess he went off for a little minute, and that's what pushed it over the top. To be honest.
Yep.
Going
Yeah.
back to bleak next week, brother.
Shout out to West,
Most
man.
definitely. That's why I said, Jordan. Happy to be here, man. Happy to be here. Happy to be a
Wish Mish would have did that.
Me don't even give a fuck no more.
No,
Shit, she good. She good. The
She
last
do?
couple of weeks, she cared for sure.
She
For real?
cheered, nigga.
Yeah,
She was
Misha her
fucking
lineup.
away
Misha
and
her lineup
everything.
all year.
Shaggy
All year,
coaching
Misha
her
her lineup.
ass up and shit.
Misha ain't take 1 week off.
She
Oh, bro, I ain't gonna lie,
took
bro.
some
I
shit
just
off.
thought because she wasn't in the chat no
Nigga,
more.
the
She
Bro.
didn't give
past
a
2
fuck.
weeks,
She ain't lay down.
I'm texting Mish. Do this. Bye, 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 bye. Mish was on it.
Tampering. Tampering.
Mish was on that shit. I knew she was gonna beat you, nigga. I knew she was gonna upset
Tampering.
your ass.
Don't worry, I'm finna
I
build
knew it. Nah, I knew it
relationships.
for sure. I knew
Hey,
it for sure.
Ross said y'all tampering, bro.
I'm about to build a whole bunch of relationships, man.
Ross said that's the New England Patriots shit, bro. What's that shit they got going on over there, man?
I ain't give 2 fucks. She wasn't about to play Jennings. I had to text him like, bro,
Bro, he texted me
not
text.
playing, bro.
Start
I knew he
one.
was not
I
gonna play,
said,
bro.
bro.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Shaggy. Shout out to Shaggy. Shaggy got in, man.
Don't worry.
But yeah, on the west side of things, injury riddle season all year. Nothing really to say. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I don't need to try to bash I'm not even gonna bash my dog. Injury riddle season. Last but not least, Mish versus Rye. Rye finished the season 7-7, did not make the playoffs. Rye, do you care about our matchup this week? I know it don't matter. I never really care.
What's it called? Sold you,
What we
right?
playing for?
Okay, yeah, okay.
Jalen Reed sold you, right? No
Niggas
cap.
out there playing for pride, man.
Just making
Shit.
sure.
If anything, I'm about to release all these niggas. Y'all can have them.
Nah.
Oh, no.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Nah,
That's
fuck
crazy.
that.
Nah, that's not. Nah, don't do that.
And how much you want to bet Jay Wood gonna be the first nigga to pick all these niggas up?
Nah, I wouldn't let it go through. I wouldn't let it
Getting
go
all
through.
to my Detroit, man.
Who am I dropping to pick these people?
I don't know,
Christian
Jordan.
Watson. That's probably it, bro.
You don't want Nico Collins?
I tried to get Nico.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
I would love Nico Collins. No Kizzy.
Yeah, but yeah, man. Mish got another win. Tyreek Hill had his best game of the year. Juwan Jennings 28 points as well. That pretty much led to her beating Miles. I said Miles. Rye. My brain is having a fart right now. What is that? 30 something? Is that 35? I think that's 35.
That was like 30.
Yeah, 35. So Jaden Reed had a 0. James Cook had 5, basically. Bench production, he wasn't going to get it from anybody. And that was that.
By week being week 14, amazing NFL.
Yeah, missing Cortland Sutton and Nico was definitely big. And that's the only reason why I thought Misha was going to win. Only reason why.
Jordan Love being mid, but Packers fans were going to lie. That nigga is mid, bro. I'm sorry.
Already be killing me, dog. Already be killing me. So, yeah, man, that's the fact that's Fantasy Football League. Now to the bracket, though. Let me give you guys the bracket. How am I going to put up the bracket? Okay, here we go. The bracket. No, I don't want to put it up this way. But, oh, yeah, here we go. All right, the bracket now. We have Miles versus Process and Shaggy versus Love. Going to be a hell of a matchup right here with Shaggy. All three, whoever went between Shaggy and Low, them and Op is going to be a hell of a matchup regardless. I do think personally, to me, if Miles wins, Jordan Woods got to walk to the finals. If Process wins, Jordan Woods probably still win regardless, but Process can probably win on a good week. But Jordan Woods probably is still my pick. And if I had to pick who's going to make Jordan play Jordan Woods in the finals, it's definitely Shaggy or Low. And right now, I would probably lean Low just because of the sake of the quarterback position and probably more consistency in the wide receiver department. With Shaggy not having Pickens, I know he still got Devontae Adams. And who was your wide receiver too? Shaggy, Adams, and J-Mo or Keenan? Who's your wide receiver too?
Neighbors.
Damn, that's a good matchup. Jettas and Terry versus Jonathan Taylor, Hubbard, and Josh Jacobs and Lamar Jackson. Damn. I seen today that Lamar Jackson got the second most fantasy points behind Jamar Chase. Yeah, that's the only reason why I probably lean low. I mean, Jordan and Lowe facing each other. I think it's like it's been written all year. I think that'd be a great finals matchup. But I can see Shaggy going as well. I think both of those guys, I'm picking both of them to be out regardless. So Shaggy or Lowe versus Jordan in the finals is my pick, and I do think probably Jordan will win it all. And we'll see what happens. That's just my pick. Now the championship will be NFL Week 17, so I don't think anybody on either of those teams will have like anybody sitting out Week 17 and 18. I don't think anybody team in their position like that. So everybody should be playing Week 17 for all three of their teams. So yeah, that's the fact that's Fantasy Football League. My first time ever not making the playoffs in the fact that Fantasy Football League. Just ridiculous. This is my first time not making the playoffs in my history of doing fantasy football. And I didn't make the playoffs in my 2 leagues that I'm in, bro. This is insane.
I was thinking about it, bro. Like you, Wes, and Process, all y'all have ever seen me do is win, bro. It's kind of ridiculous at this point. I think I'm like 30. I think I'm like 33.
Bro, why was I thinking about that last night, bro?
I'm like 33-9.
Nah, that
job,
and
again,
in
both leagues, in the Swiper League too. But Jordan got some. He got that Kansas City Devil Magic, man. We got
there's definitely Devil Magic in Swiper League this year for sure.
I didn't listen. I met you last year. I think I want to say a year or two. I seen you in the Swiper League. I seen how, in my opinion, I seen how good you were. I said, yeah, I got to get him in the fact that that's Fantasy Football League, and now you're continuing. So yeah, you're winning. But at some point, talk got to stop. I don't even want to pick you to win, to be honest, because I feel like your words just make me upset a little bit.
What
but
you
I
mean,
do.
bro? I'm still acknowledging I could lose, bro. It's just
that's cap. You don't think you're gonna lose. You don't think you're gonna lose, bro.
The fantasy guys blessed y'all this year with injuries.
I think I can lose to the other side of the bracket. I would be shocked if I lose on my side of the bracket. I can lose to the other side of the bracket though for sure.
Okay, yes, I can give it that. Yeah, your side, man. Man.
Oh, that must be the side with Rod and Miles.
Yeah, because I would have been on Miles and Process. Because I would have been on. I would have played low if I would have made the playoffs. I think I would have played low, and Shaggy would have moved up to that side, and it would have been Shaggy versus Process.
It would have been a little better. Me versus Process, yeah.
Yeah, it would have been like
a little better.
Yeah, so that would have made it a little better. Man, Miles, get out the way. Why you just take? Damn.
Nigga talking about why you ain't just.
I thought he was for sure about to lose.
Man, you don't deserve to be in the playoffs.
Yes, I did, bro.
You didn't, bro.
Like, oh my God, my team was insane, bro.
Nah, bro. You didn't, man. Shout out to your trades, though. You did a great job working the phones this year, man. Good job. Hopefully, it translates to next year as well.
No, I'm not trading next year. Fuck that. I'm cooling next year. I'm making a couple of trades. I'm drafting my ass off next year. Trust me.
All the trades you made were good. You got rid of Neighbors.
No, 1,000%.
Got better. Neighbors had a few weeks. Flash in the pan. Neighbors, he not that. One of the real mistake I made
top 10 right now. What are you talking about?
Haven't said you root for Jordan over Shaggy?
Right. I'm sorry. He made a few mistakes. But to what I was about to say, it's my real mistake. Maybe it doesn't apply to Ev. Maybe Ev didn't get better trading Neighbors. Who knows? I know that I got worse trading him, and I shouldn't have traded him in Swipers League. And I'm not going to let pestering me. I'm just not letting that shit work next year, bro. Because I traded Chase, and I really didn't want to. I didn't care to trade Chase, but it wasn't like I had to keep him either. But it was like, I mean, you just keep bro, you're texting me every day, bro. Like, here, leave me alone, bro. Like please, you can have a nigga. Just do this. And man, that was a mistake.
Only way that I feel bad about the Neighbors thing is if I didn't get better wide receivers than Neighbors. You know what I'm saying? The fact that I ended up with better wide receivers, like I'm okay. It's like there's no effect on it for me. Somebody got an echo. You got Swiper? Testing. All right, it's gone. So yeah, that's what took place.
You got one better wide receiver.
Bro, what?
I was thinking about my
Neighbors has been better than A.J. Brown. What are you talking about?
Bro, you got a great trade, Wes. You get and I gave who did I give? Neighbors and who? Because you gave me that Pittman.
I traded Chase and MPJ for Neighbors and Ayuk.
Man, Ayuk was cool, but then he was struggling.
No, he sucked. But I was able to flip.
But I told you to take somebody else.
But I was able to flip him for Stephon. But then Stephon, both of them got hurt, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, that was a negative
but
trade.
That was the real thing. But the real thing that got the deal done was like you take it. MPJ was like, well, fine, fuck it, I'll do it.
Yeah, you got to think. I drafted A-Chain, Gibbs, Puka, and Josh Allen still this year, bro.
You didn't draft Gibbs in this league.
No, I said, Barkley. Well, even better, Barkley.
Yeah, Jordan did a great job.
I wanted Gibbs from day one, but Shaggy drafted fucking Gibbs. He wasn't going to trade with me, bro.
All I know is Ev is the worst trader and biggest talker in fantasy. And have you made the playoffs in either year so far, Ev?
Either what? I made the playoffs in your league last year.
Last year?
Oh shit! And I drafted Bowers. I forgot about Bowers.
Hey, Jordan, you're an easy schedule merchant though. You admit that, right?
In the other league, sure. But it's just like
the other thing that happened, bro. Everybody went crazy on me this year.
No, that's fantasy though, bro.
Niggas scored the most points in both.
That's why I'm not apologizing.
Definitely in Swiper League. Definitely in Swiper League. Niggas went crazy on
I'm
me.
usually on the other side of that, so that's why I was not apologizing.
Bro, 3 years ago, I got outscored by the next closest by 1,000 points. In my league, I was 4th and squad. I scored by 1,000 points, bro. It's random, and you can't control any of it. But that's why fantasy for me is 50% luck. 50 at least.
Play better defense.
I mean, there's nothing you can do. I mean, even now, you know what, Jordan? I might win this year. I won 7 straight games, but guess what? That coincided with Tua coming back. Like all of a sudden, Tua comes back. I'm saying if they keep rolling, trying to make the playoffs, bro, like I might honestly win the championship just off of Burrow and Chase, and then Hill and A-Chain. Like, that might carry.
Yeah, Burrow,
that's the thing.
Hill, A-Chain.
I'm proud. I'm most proud of that record in that league and the facts and stats league because I didn't have Puka for like 8 weeks. He was having for like 8 weeks, bro.
No, your team last year did you make any trades last year?
I did, but no, that team I had last year was insane.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
Last year he had the Dak CD stack.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, with Puka. Nick Chubb went down. I had Nick Chubb. He went down.
Yeah, that Puka thing really elevated. He got him off the waiver wire, bro.
If I had Nick Chubb, that would have been disgusting, bro. But he went down. It didn't matter, bro. So,
yeah, Jordan, you walked to the championship last year. I mean, Jenna had a good team too, but your team was good.
Yeah, it was too much last year. This year, anybody can win it, bro. Anybody, legitimately.
Jordan, you finna win Swiper League too?
But he suffered all those.
As long as I would rather win the fastest stats.
As long as he doesn't run into me, I think he can win. If he runs into me, I think he can win.
You know, Jordan love anything but to beat you in anything, bro.
No, it's Burrow and Chase, bro. I'm telling you, bro. People are not understanding how good they've been this year. They're stacking. They're stacking for like 70 points a game right now, bro.
But they got to throw the ball. As long as I win one of them, I would rather win this league.
Is that a money league?
Yeah. If I win both.
No, we ain't doing no free shit around here, Swipe.
How much is the money league?
50.
Thanks. 50?
50 a person for 12 people?
Yeah, I think what's the payout? $600?
$1,200.
Nah, it's 500.
Chill.
550, some shit like that.
Yeah, 550 to the winner.
Let's say win both, bro. Next year I'm gonna do some. If I win the fastest stats league this year, I'm gonna do some wacky shit in the draft next year. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna just chill.
No, you're not, bro.
No, you're not, Jordan. Stop lying, bro. Stop lying, nigga. You're not gonna be chilling,
bro. You don't understand.
I'm gonna throw a lead because I won 600 last year.
Hell nah. I don't know why he doing
that.
Hey, Ted, he calling.
Man, bro, come on, man. Bro, Jordan been on that humble shit all year, bro.
Right,
yeah, bro. No funny though.
You on that humble shit all year, bro.
Hold up.
Only nigga really popped that shit has been low, to be honest.
I'm not saying I'm gonna throw the league. I'm saying I'm just not gonna. I'm gonna try a different strategy. I'm not gonna
So you're not gonna be as aggressive type shit or something else?
No, I might try the no RB shit. I might try something new. Like I want to see what strategy, a different strategy work.
So what he saying? He already done spanked us one time. Now he gonna try some different shit and see if he can beat this nigga again.
I haven't won yet.
Bro. Did y'all talk about? I don't know. Have y'all been on this whole time? Y'all talking about NBA? I don't want to change subject to that.
Did we talk about what at all?
The NBA, like the bubble thing?
Nah, that's coming up in like 20.
As long as I win my work league,
He
I'm
is
cool,
lying.
bro.
That's coming up in
Okay.
2
Nah,
hours,
bro.
We about to do power rankings.
Nah,
Oh,
but it's
bro.
like,
That should not take long. The power ranking been fast.
but yeah, four
I
out of the
must
6
have
teams
missed
got
it.
a realistic chance in this league. I think, and we'll see what happens, bro.
Does Topper have the best team in our league?
Who?
Topper.
Oh, I don't know. I just know it's not me in that league. If I win, I win in that league right now. I made a mistake and drafted Mahomes. I never make draft mistakes, and I drafted Mahomes in the 3rd round this year. Insane.
You thought he was going to beat somebody this year.
I did.
I'm about to move it to the power rankings though. So because I am on a little time.
NFL or NBA?
NFL.
Oh, cool. I want to NBA.
Definitely was looking for you though, man. Hopefully I can get you to circle them. Just some Jamal Murray stuff, man. Westbrook stuff, Nugget stuff. Period. You know.
When were you looking for me, bro?
Yesterday, Swipe.
Yeah, man. I didn't hit your phone, so that matters. So don't worry about it. We don't got to stay on it too much.
Now you see Russ Tan turn against me, and I'm the one that told West Rush in here 2 years ago. Isn't that crazy how time works?
They say I'm hearing that, and I'm not staying on this, but I'm hearing a lot of Denver fans saying Rush better than Jamal this year. How you feel about that?
I mean, he has empirically been better, but I mean, he's been really good this year. So this is why I don't like. I wanted this. I said this to Wes. I remember me and Wes got an argument. He was like, he doesn't want Russ to come off the bench. This is before last year, and I just thought that it was always going to work. Just Russ and Jokic and Russ and the team, that we would always find a way to make it work. And the Nuggets are obviously making it work. So he's doing what he's supposed to do. Bro. There ain't no and or for me. Like it's always going to be Murray, and it's always going to be Jokic. But until next summer, Murray's traded or something like that. But I mean, Russ doing the job. I really got no complaints.
All right.
Man, Swag, you about to get banned from the stage. Your mic is so.
He steady moving around, bro.
My bad. I switched my headphones because y'all don't like my other headphones.
Thank you. No, that this is great. Now you sound fine. Snap.
It's a lot. It was a lot of feedback and movement in the background. Swipe. That's all it was.
Well, you know, I got a beard, Miles. I ain't hairless like you. So
all right, bro. See, here you go.
Also, if you are in here, y'all, don't forget to like the video. Make sure you hit that like button. That also helps the algorithm out. And if you are not subscribed to the platform, make sure you hit that subscribe button. The show is live every single day at 11 a.m. Eastern time, Monday through Friday. And then also, there's 4 different ways you can extend your support. You can extend your support with becoming a member on the YouTube side of things. 3 people did that already today. Also, you can send super chats and super stickers all throughout the show any day for any amount. Either way, it'll be greatly appreciated. As far as memberships, you can immediately join. It used to only be on your desktop until I found out an easier way to just do it. In the link in the description, it'll say become a member. There's 3 different levels. If you see anybody named that's green in the chat, that means they are a member, and you can too. So like I said, at the end of the day, appreciate all the support. Whether you're just in here watching, whether you're just in here listening, whether you subscribe to the platform, whether you're on stage, and also whether you're a member as well. So just sharing that with you all as we switch topics. We're going to dive into the Fact and Stats weekly top 15 NFL power rankings. Last week we had the Lions, Bills, Eagles at the top 3, Chiefs, Vikings, Packers, Steelers as the top 7, Ravens, Broncos, Chargers, Seahawks top 11, Commanders, Texans, Bucks, and Cardinals. As we get to the end of the season, we are going to cut it to like the top 10 teams versus doing the top 15. It's probably the last week doing top 15.
Well, we're doing top 15 right now, bro. Might as well go to 10 or 12 or 14.
You might as well bump it to 12. Bump it to 12
or do 14 for the playoff team.
I said we can make it 10 because it's December football. We can knock that down.
Yeah, we can do 10. 10 is cool. So the last 5 really.
Well, maybe the first 3 out or something like that.
Nah. I want to shit on some teams, bro. I can't lie.
Nah, I got you.
Right.
we can leave it.
My nigga said
that boy Jay Woods got some new money. He said, "I'm trying to shit on niggas."
I have no money yet. I have not won anything yet, brother.
This could be the last week we do 15. After that,
Jordan come with me exposure.
I ain't gonna lie.
Me personally, I think the top 3 should be Lions, Eagles, Chiefs. Any pushback?
No, sir. Shouldn't be.
I agree with that.
Wait, what are the Bills? 10 and 3?
Lions, Eagles, Chiefs.
Yeah,
Lions, Eagles, Chiefs.
Bills are 10 and 3. Are they better?
Bills were 2 last week. They just lost.
The Bills just took a bad loss.
A bad loss.
Chiefs at 2, bro.
That's not a bad loss.
You want to move the Chiefs to 2? You said.
Yep.
Over who? The
Chiefs at
Eagles,
2.
West.
Yep.
Okay, that ain't a bad move.
Not ready to do that
yet. Man, keep the Chiefs where they are, bro. Man, no, you don't get no credit for that.
All right, so I try to jump the gun, but everybody not on the same board.
Theoretically, so
what you think, D-Mac? You're the native Chiefs fan. What you think?
I'm just saying we did. Go back to week 12 and 11 if you could. We had for me. Okay, so that was after the Bills lost. Go to 13. Okay, so we stayed there. Yeah, I don't have. I would still be fine with putting the Eagles at 2 if people want to. I don't know if people want to vote on it or not. I particularly don't care between 2 or 3.
What would you do? What would you do though? Who would you put at 2?
Well, I think that we can be better than them and beat them, but I think the Eagles still probably performed a little better recently. So I'd favor the Eagles. We had the better win this week. There's no doubt about that.
Well, you had a better one than.
Yeah, they did.
Well, the Panthers have been playing well though. I'm not saying they were good at all. The Panthers have been playing well.
The Chargers are a playoff team.
Yeah, the Panthers have been playing like a playoff team. They look like a playoff team.
Man, please.
Okay, but we didn't hear none of that when we went on the road on a close game versus them. We didn't hear none of they're playing like a playoff team too.
To be fair, Bryce Young's been a top 10 QB since he came back into the lineup.
I respect Bryce Young's been playing better, but we can't do that now.
No, did you see that throw he had to Adam Thielen on the sideline, bro?
He's been playing well. He's been playing well.
All I'm saying is I think performance. Granted, the Chiefs were they ended up going to overtime with the Panthers the week before, and they were right there to losing.
We won it in regulation.
Oh, you won in regulation. Excuse me, my apologies. So they were right there. They won though, and then this week, close game again, but better opponent. And then for the Eagles, I don't know. I mean,
they did just beat Baltimore. And,
I know, but this week alone.
Is it because they didn't dominate the Panthers West?
Not even that they didn't dominate. It's really that they're drop pass away from truly losing that game. Like that.
Most definitely.
Their performance is, but they can stay at 2. I
was about to say because if we do the one play away, man, you go down to Kansas City. But. That's
a fact. Yeah,
that is fair.
It's like you can use a one play away for 4 different Chiefs games. So I mean, it is what it is. It's the NFL.
You know that
in this week, I'm
not one play away thing for a lot of different wins for a lot.
Yeah, no, I know that. I know. I'm just saying,
I have no issues with the Eagles staying at 2. I'm just saying, we ain't hear that they playing like a playoff team when we.
Yeah, I mean,
that's not the point. And we did.
To be fair,
I mean, if you look at the Chargers season, someone could correct me if I'm wrong, but they've basically beaten all the bad teams and lost all the good ones.
This is how the Chargers have one quality.
How they beat us?
Yeah, but remember, Patrick Surtain went out that game, and then
I think that's the only team above 500 they've beaten or something like that.
That's the only 500 plus team, and then in the second half, the whole story was different, similar to the Chiefs Chargers game this last week. So the Chargers, then when they play Denver, that's going to be their first real opportunity. I don't think they're going to beat the Chiefs. That's going to be their first real opportunity to beat a winning team.
This is the first time they played the Chiefs or the second time?
Second.
Second. Yeah.
Damn, I forgot they did.
It sounds like people are leaning Eagles. It sounds like people are leaning Eagles Chiefs. So we could.
I'm cool with Eagles Chiefs.
You know what I'm going for 4.
Eagles.
And then Bills are unanimous 4.
Bills or Vikings, I'm guessing. I think West.
Vikings.
I'm assuming
the Vikings at 4. You're tripping.
Yeah,
I disagree with that. To be honest,
I'm still Bills at 4. Personally,
well, Jordan, of course, you disagree with that. We know why.
No. Okay,
Are we ever gonna be honest about?
We gotta go be for real about the Vikings, bro. Come on,
they lost the barn burner.
Matter of fact, I can't wait till we get the MVP conversation because I'm gonna cook you. I know you're gonna vote with Josh Allen. I can't wait.
It'd be the first time, Swiper, but okay.
The first time you ain't seen me since the Warriors fell off, bro. I'm gonna tell you, bro.
What
fell off, bro.
The Vikings, I mean, they won this week. They dominated a bad team or a mediocre team.
6-game winning streak.
Yeah, mediocre.
Respect, team to be more, fair. I'm fine with putting them over the Bills.
Yeah, the Vikings deserve this spot, bro. They've been balling.
I personally would probably say that the Bills are still a better team, though. That's just me.
I was about to say I'm not in for the deserve, and you asking me who's the better team.
Bro, what was it? Wasn't the Bills getting stumped on by the Rams, and the Bills came back?
They started out behind.
Yes, the answer. Yeah, they
20, yeah.
were down by a good bit.
Yeah, they were down 17-0, and then
was it for the majority of the game, D-Mac, or was it just the first
Nah,
first
it was
half?
like
I didn't get a chance to watch that.
It was into the third quarter ish, but they kind of made it a back and forth game pretty much after halftime. Yeah. And they ended up losing because of the blocked punt, return for a touchdown.
And by the way, Miles, the Vikings haven't been balling; they've been playing well. But before this,
they've been winning.
No, they've been winning, but so have the Chiefs. But you wouldn't say the Chiefs are balling, would you?
No, sir.
So you got to
same.
That's not the same though, process.
No, I know. Besides this week, the Vikings have been winning, but they have been playing bad. They've been playing bad teams, and of course, they're winning those games, but they've been in fucking close games with some shitty.
They should have lost. They should have lost last week.
So
I guess most definitely. I'll give you that.
So to be honest with you, the way I look at it, or at least coming into this week, I thought that there was a clear separator between the top four and then Minnesota. Now, if you're gonna tell me like that, you put Minnesota and Buffalo on the field, and you think that Minnesota is definitively a better team, or that's a pick'em type of situation, then okay, that's a different combo. But I just thought
it's a pick'em for sure.
It's a pick'em
Minnesota's
for sure? Okay.
not definitively better. I think in the power rankings currently, I do think in the power rankings you do get docked for losing, and I don't think falling one spot below the or I don't know if they fell 2 spots, but whatever it is, I don't think falling below the Vikings, who literally have been the same team all season. They've been very consistent, even when they have some of the Chiefs in their season, but they also have some of the Eagles in their season. What I mean by that is they have the dominant wins, and then they have really close to call, but they ended up pulling it out, etc. In the 2 losses they've suffered, we all can agree it was a 10-point game versus the Rams, but it really wasn't that. They were within a score, had a chance to go tie the game, and they could have failed. But the game was snatched from them. It just was a bad, a no call, really costing an opportunity to go tie the game. That's just what it is. And then for the Lions game, they lost by 2 points.
So
beat the Packers.
Right now I'm thinking about it because they both.
Jordan, I get what you're saying.
They beat the Texans. They beat the Packers. They beat. Well, those are really the only good wins on their schedule.
Yeah, I was about to say because I'm thinking because the Bills beat the Chiefs as their best win, and the Vikings' best win is probably what the Packers. I'm guessing. So I mean, obviously 6-game winning streak. The Bills obviously just came off a 7-game winning streak. I mean,
but it's kind of a week-to-week ranking. So if you go by this week a little bit more, that pulls more weight. The Vikings did put on the best.
You could make an argument. Me personally, it's just like I said. If you ask me, because again, if it's close, you're asking me who the better team is, and that's kind of how I if it's splitting hairs, then I just think Buffalo's a better team than Minnesota. But it's a. I don't know what. I guess we can.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get the vote. Shaggy, you here? West is Vikings. I'm Bills. Jordan Wilson, Bills. D-Mac, who's your vote?
Shit. I mean, Bills.
Jordan Woods, Miles.
Vikings.
I'm with the Vikings.
Process. Swiper.
The Bills are better.
Bills.
Swiper.
I mean, I'll just week to week, I'll go Vikings and Bills because the Vikings won, and Sandal put himself back in the MVP conversation for some people currently.
Tez. Vikings. All right, 5-4 Vikings. Bills will be 5. We get to 6. When I'm looking at 6.
This should be
6,
the Bills.
The 5 is the Bills.
I'm tripping my thought, yeah.
Yeah. Now you good, Birdie. 6.
Packers or Steelers. The Packers, did they play this last week?
They just lost to the Lions. 6 are Steelers. We can move. 7 is that going to go to?
Is this
Really, bro? I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I don't really want to give credit to the Seahawks, to be honest.
I was just
absolutely
finna
not.
say that,
Absolutely
bro.
not.
I know that's
Absolutely
not
not.
that's a big jump though. 11th to 7th.
I was just finna say that, bro.
They're not better than any of the teams ahead of them.
It's a power ranking thing though. I don't think the Vikings are better than the Bills.
They've been playing good
There's
football the
nothing
past
to
couple of
really
weeks,
even
bro.
support. Who has the better defense on the season?
Between who and who?
Between
The
who
Vikings
and
and the
who?
Bills. Who has the better defense?
Between who and who? Sorry, I
The
didn't hear you.
Vikings and the Bills. I'm asking.
The Vikings.
Vikings have better defense.
Okay, and then and again, it's this Josh Allen shit, which it deserves respect. Josh Allen is Josh Allen.
That's all
but
it
my
is,
God.
for real.
Whoever got the best quarterback, you niggas pick them. It's cool, bro. It's been like that. It's gonna stay like that.
That's not. Wait, hold on, but that's not
the
true at
skill,
all.
the skill.
You guys say
it is though, 'cause
that like we're picking
positions,
with
the
you
skill
guys say that like
positions
we're picking with the
heavily
Patriots.
sway in the favor of the Vikings. Heavily sway in the favor of the Vikings.
Yeah,
Vikings got the better receivers, better defense.
But what Ted said is not true. Jared Goff and Jalen Hurts are 1 and 2 on this list, and that's because of their team. If you're just going by quarterbacks, them two wouldn't be the top.
I was gonna say the Bills are a really good team.
They have a
The Bills also have a good offensive line. They're better than the Vikings.
Bro, we weren't debating that. That's too.
Yeah, I know, but you're just saying it goes.
When it comes down to debating shit, we didn't debate 1 and 2. We came to a debate.
Bro, they won 7 games in a row, and they beat the fucking Chiefs. It's not just Josh Allen. They have been playing good football all around.
They beat the Chiefs, 2-3 weeks ago?
Process. It's the like in we can move after this, or we can keep talking about it. But it's to the point of when everyone like I've listened and I've heard a lot of people say, "Hey, I think the Bills are a better team," right? And then if you go look at the teams and break them down bit by bit, the Bills clearly like their clear advantage against the Vikings. Their clear advantage is Josh Allen. The skill position and maybe D-line.
If you look at the metrics, even if you like the Vikings being a better defense, it's not by much.
Jordan, wait a second, please. I think that the Bills are better on both sides of the trenches. I think they have a better offensive line. They have a better defensive line. I think Josh Allen is a clear advantage for the man quarterback, and that does matter to me as far as trusting them. You know, when you're talking about playing really good teams, that does matter to me. I think the Vikings have a slightly better defense. I think the Bills have a better offense. That's what it comes down to for me, and that's why I think they're better than the Vikings. That being said, I have no issues with the Vikings being here because they won last week. The Bills lost.
Yeah, I don't think it just comes down to that.
I thought we was on 7.
No, we were talking.
No, we were about to be on 7. We were talking about
just the teams, in terms of like their just which team is better. Yeah, like, but we can go ahead.
I mean, 7 I think is the Ravens, but that's my opinion. I think. Oh no, Packers didn't. Wait a second. Hold on.
Where was the Ravens at last week? Because the bye week shouldn't drop them down further than what they are.
Ravens are 8.
The Ravens are 8.
Okay,
Packers.
It shouldn't make them go up either.
You're right.
No,
They should stay at 8.
I think that's fair.
I think the 7 spot should be between the Packers and Ravens. To me, in my opinion.
Yeah, because we moved the Steelers up to 6. We're moving. Who are we moving down though? Because
No, but I mean the Packers are moving down because they lost.
The Packers were at 6 last week, and the Steelers were at 7.
And so this is between because so
this is between whoever you want, D-Mac. Because Ev said the Seahawks.
I say the Seahawks.
Wait a minute.
Now that's a huge jump.
That is a massive jump.
It's not the Seahawks. They are not better than any of these teams ahead of them.
The Seahawks might be better than some of them, but not all.
Yeah, I'll say the Packers is cool.
At 7.
I think that they went on the road, lost a close game at the Lions. I'd move them down a spot and put the Packers.
The Packers at 7? That ain't bad.
Yeah, Packers is cool with me.
I would agree with that.
I'm not putting Seattle over them.
Seahawks don't have an argument at 7, bro. I'm sorry.
not putting the Broncos or Chargers.
Yeah, no, that's too big of a jump. I say you just keep 7 the Packers and 8 the Ravens.
The Ravens, yeah, and then move on to then we can talk about 9.
8 are still the Ravens.
Yeah, they was on bye week.
They were on a bye week.
They can't drop. They was on bye week.
I mean, they can drop.
They can drop.
There's no rule, but it's just like unless you believe the teams coming up are better than the Ravens, then you put them there.
The Broncos were also on a bye week, though, right?
Yeah, we were on a bye week as well.
Broncos and Ravens were both on a bye
and
week.
the Chargers lost. So to me, I would say that the the Broncos are frozen, and I think Seattle would be 10 for me.
Yeah, Seattle jumps the Chargers.
Yeah.
Or
10?
9. 9. Because 7 would be
playing some good football, man.
Because 7
No,
and 8 would
not
be
9. It'd be 10. It'd be Ravens 8, Broncos 9, Seattle 10.
Oh, Broncos still. I forgot. Okay,
Yeah,
so
Broncos 9.
so
Yeah.
so
And
7
then
and
the Chargers would be 11.
so 7. Oh, hold on. Wait, where's Ev at? Because
he's in the kitchen. He'll be back.
I was about to say because I don't even see 7 written down.
Yeah, he'll put it on there. But 7 would be the Packers, 8 would be the Ravens, 9 Broncos, and then Seattle would go to 10. And we'll talk about
okay. Got it. Packers, Ravens, then Broncos. Okay.
Yeah.
Did the Commanders play this week?
No.
They was on bye.
Jesus Christ! Everybody was on a bye this week. What the hell?
Tell me about it.
Yeah, it was
this
like
this late bye week shit lame, bro.
Reach. They gotta fix that shit.
No, I actually like it. I think it for the teams that get it. I think it's kind of like unfair to some of the teams that just don't get it. Like imagine having a bye week in week 5 and then the rest of the season you're just playing.
The Eagles,
but
that's
it's an advantage if you get a late bye week to try to heal up right before you're making your
playoff push.
Yeah, it's for sure an advantage. I don't even have an issue with that because sometimes some teams are going to have unbalanced bye weeks. That's just going to happen. The thing for me is there's no need to have 6 teams on bye week this late into the season. You just don't need. They could better balance it out throughout the season. So it doesn't happen.
I think week 9 or week 10 is ideal though.
As y'all noticed, Commanders and the Broncos are on bye week, so I just slotted them back again. When we get to
they should have all the bye weeks done by Thanksgiving.
That's facts, D-Mac.
Well, I think a lot of people were saying that they would have the Broncos jump the Chargers. I thought, but maybe I was wrong.
The Broncos they was already ahead of the Chargers. Yeah. The Seahawks jumped the Chargers.
Seahawks jumped the Chargers. Okay.
Yeah. So Commanders and Texans are slotted again as last week. Both teams are on byes. We get to 14 and 15 to close out the power rankings. Would that be the Bucs still? I think the Bucs stay.
Oh, timeout.
I think the Rams have to move up.
The Rams.
I'm more bullish on the Rams than I am on the Bucs.
Wait, I was about to say
what happened, Jordan?
The Rams, but does the Rams
can still make it? The Cardinals just fall off, bro. The Rams gonna make it.
No, my question is, do the Rams have an argument to be over the Texans or the Commanders?
No.
They was on a bye.
No. I'm saying because being on a bye doesn't necessarily mean you don't.
I mean, they did beat the Bills.
That is a significant win.
That's what I'm saying.
And on the season, they beaten the Bills. They beaten the Vikings. What really is throwing their season? That loss to the freaking was it Cardinals?
That's early. That's early in the season, though.
The loss.
No, I think it was
the Bears and Dolphins.
Something recent. I can't remember what game. It was
like the Bears and
Dolphins.
The Dolphins.
It's the Dolphins loss.
But that really is what threw their like a wrench into where because they were trending up anyway, and then they lost to the Dolphins, and it was like, damn, that really screwed them. But then they righted the ship since then. And the Dolphins are playing good football. Like the Dolphins are on a win streak, if I'm not mistaken. And they have a really impressive win in the Rams, who were healthy when they played them, and they made them look bad. The Rams are awful offensively.
For me, I would personally.
So ever since both Cup.
Go ahead.
I personally would have the Buccaneers at 14. They handle business against the Raiders. I think that's it. I think the Rams should go on the list at 15. And if they go on the road and beat the 49ers and they handle their business there, then we can talk about moving them up the list as teams play from that standpoint.
The Falcons are really fucking sorry, bro. They're really gonna let
that's so sad, bro.
They are sorry.
We really thought that was gonna be a shoe-in to win that division, but they just blew it.
Puka and Cup both returned against the Vikings, which is like late October. They're like 5-2 since those two returned, and their losses are the Dolphins and the Eagles. And now, granted, they haven't really. And meanwhile, in that list, they've beaten Seattle and they beat Buffalo. So, like, if you
they still got a shot to win a division.
Because if you watch the Bucks, like,
fucking sadly,
I feel like the Bucks are sort of just hanging on in some of these games. Because I don't know, I know a lot of people probably didn't see the Raiders game, but that was a 1-possession game for most of the game, and it was just like, I don't think the Bucs are. I feel like ever since Godwin got hurt, I feel like the Bucs have just been kind of,
I think that's fair. I mean, honestly, I didn't think about it like that. I think that's actually fair, bro. And that gives a real dimension to Pop, because 5-2 since Cooper and Puka, the Bucs are on a 3-game winning streak, but they beat the Giants, Panthers, and Raiders. Prior to that, obviously a 4-game skid where Godwin got hurt against the Ravens. And both teams are playing good football. Well, both teams turned their season around. Let me put it like that. Obviously, after the Bucs started off 3-1, they went on that skid, and now they're above 500, and now the Rams are above 500. Good point out.
The thing for me, I'm being a little bit more conservative. I guess I just want to see the consistency continue for the Rams at this point. I don't like that loss of Dolphins, even though it was a while back. They are, they have a chance to go and bury the 49ers on the road. The Buccaneers are playing at. I think the Chargers is a chance to prove themselves as well. To me, I don't see any reason for the Buccaneers to drop from that standpoint, and I would just simply put the Rams on the list.
Because ultimately, that's what I would come down to. For me, that's what it'll come down to.
If we are going to cut down this list next week, then we're going to talk about chopping some of these guys off, and it's really going to be a competition.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. It was more giving credit to the Rams because that was a huge win.
It was. Yes, they deserve that credit for sure.
Yeah. All right. So that's the list. I mean, it's pretty simple and straightforward. Buccaneers, 14. Rams at 15.
Who's the closest to being the first round out in the playoffs? L. Like the division winner.
Texans. Whoever win it NFC South.
You think Texas? Tampa Bay.
I don't know about that. Whoever win the NFC South, bro. What you mean?
I don't want to play them fucking Buccaneers, man.
If the Vikings win the North.
I don't, bro.
Hell no, process.
Process and his little Bucks gimmick, man.
Bro, process, please stop.
They've been spanking our ass, bro. Todd Bowles got our number.
No, but that's not the question. That's not the question, though. Y'all not gonna play the Bucks anyway.
This Bucks shit
y'all wouldn't play the Bucks, bro.
They beat the Giants, they beat the Panthers, and they beat the Raiders.
What you're talking about right now, it would be Vikings versus Buccaneers, and it would be
Seattle versus Green Bay.
The Bucks are gonna lose this week against the Chargers. They might win that Cowboys game. Well, they could win They could end the season on a 3-game win streak. So
they can win. That's what I'm saying. They can win their division.
Yeah, but I was gonna say they're not. The problem is Godwin is gone, and it's like
that's what I'm saying, bro.
Even with Evans back, like their offense.
I think the Texans are more likely to lose their first game than the fucking Bucks. The Texans are gonna have to play the Ravens.
Yeah, Texans the answer. Texans the answer.
Hold on. Like. I don't think anybody, because the Bucks on a 3-game winning streak, they went to overtime with Carolina. Now, mind you, if everyone's just watching, like that does not matter in this case, because literally the Bucks are struggling in all of these games in terms of even when it comes to beating like some of these, like
the Panthers was in a one-story game with the Eagles and the Chiefs, Jordan.
Yeah,
the Bucks did not finish off the Raiders.
Jordan, it sounds like you just described the Chiefs, no?
I think the Bucks have been doing what they need to be doing. I don't think there's anything extremely disappointing in that performance. Now you can poke holes in their team. I completely agree with that. But honestly, if you're looking at these two teams, I think the Rams maybe have a better defensive line and have a better offense. So I can see why you would argue the Rams are better. But they both got a lot of holes. Like that's just the reality.
I mean, the answer to the question of who would lose in the first round is probably Texans and Bucks, because the Texans will play the Vikings. I think everyone's taking the Vikings, and then
the Bucks. You play the Bucks to me.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Everyone would take. Yeah. The Bucks would play.
Vikings. They got Sam Darnold as a quarterback.
I'm taking them, but it don't mean they can't lose.
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
But I mean, the Bucks and the Texans are most likely to lose before anybody.
Sure. That I agree with.
I mean, because you look at it, we would play Washington. We're spanking at it. And then fucking Buffalo's playing.
Be humble. Be humble, bro.
All right, process. You talking about y'all spanking shit.
Be humble, bro.
Bro, be humble against Washington, bro. What the fuck are you talking about?
All right.
All right, what? I will bet $5,000.
Honestly,
all right.
I'm gonna be honest. That Philly game or that Panthers game, I think was kind of a because if you look at the Philly, they just played Baltimore and they play Pittsburgh next week. I'm looking at that Panthers game in the middle as the game that they probably looked past, and it's probably why they struggled.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Why?
No, sir.
I can't do that. Why?
Because they've been doing it all year.
Philly?
Doing what all year?
The Eagles.
Philly's been dominating coming. Hold up.
Wait, what? Hold on. Jordan Wilson, I got this. What?
You guys have had games this year where you played with your food, no?
What? Yeah, in the beginning of the season, since this 9-game win streak, when did we play with our food?
Okay.
Cleveland.
Okay.
Process.
So, well, there's one, but two. Okay, maybe so. All year was
again.
wrong.
It was
but
all
you've done it.
after
But you've
the
done,
bye. After
but
that,
you've done it several times. So I'm not just going
Okay, so hold up.
Haven't really done it
prior to the Carolina game.
The 2 games that we lost, we didn't play with our food. We lost. Well, Atlanta, we did. Bucks spanked us. That was not playing with our food. We got spanked. Okay. After that, every team we have dominated the second half of almost every single game.
So why have you been complaining about Nick Sirianni?
The problem.
Y'all play with your food this week, Process. I'm not with you.
The problem is you guys just don't think it looks sexy.
So why have you been complaining about your coach all year?
He's a fucking moron.
Oh, so all right, bro.
But that has nothing to do with the fucking.
How did y'all not play with your food this week?
Let's go to even.
No, I said but this week, yes, but before this week, we
I don't think you played with your food against Atlanta either. I just think you didn't.
Hold on, right? I think
Saquon drops the pass
because for all intents and purposes, they were dominant against Baltimore. They were dominant against the Rams. Like if you watch the Commanders game, they were dominant against the Commanders, especially the way they closed that game out. They dominated the Cowboys. Like the Jaguars game, you could just be like, okay, yeah, you're not supposed to be in a close game, but
yeah, and that's because the refs
made a horrible call.
Oh, okay, bro. All right.
What do you mean? Okay,
let's move on.
I have to go all the way back to the Jaguars game, which was over a month ago. So
we spanked the fucking Bengals. We destroyed the Bengals. What are you talking about?
So I'm hearing about instances. So I've heard at least one or more instances in the beginning, middle, and now in the season where they played with their food. Okay.
Yes,
bro,
you have. That's what it sounds like, bro.
I mean, if you talk about the last 6 or 7 weeks.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Did you not play with your food last game?
Okay.
So I can point to games that you've done it throughout the season too. You can't blow everybody the fuck out, but more often than not, the Eagles have been dominating teams.
No,
Shaggy, it's a spot you in here still. Shaggy, it's a spot.
Hold on. I'm not saying that means you're not a good team or a great team process. I'm just refuting the point of looking past your opponent as the reason it happened. That's all.
I mean, in this case, I think given who they played and given who they are about to play.
You said they've been doing. Hold on. He said they've been doing it all season. There's like an 8-stretch game where that's not true. There's only.
But we just pointed to a game in that stretch.
No, you didn't.
No. You can. No, here's the thing. It's a rarity though in terms of recent. In terms of their recent stretch.
But it happens. So using these.
No. But that's the NFL though,
bro. It happened. Hold on, Jordan Wilson. It happens to every team in the NFL. The Eagles.
Exactly. You're making my point,
bro. So what the hell's the point of you're saying we've been doing it all season? It's
that's not. That wasn't the overall point. The overall.
Bro, you said this has been happening all season.
Bro, if you would listen, I'll say it again. What I'm saying is the reason that it's happening when it does happen is not because you're looking ahead to another opponent. It just happens.
No, but you said it's happened all season. No, the fuck it hasn't.
It's happened several times in the beginning. It happened at least once in the middle, and it happened this past week.
You said it happens throughout the entire season, dog.
Bro, I just named points throughout the entire season.
8 straight motherfucking games, it hasn't happened. What are you talking about?
So what are these 8 games? Go down the list.
I just told you. The Jaguars game isn't playing with your food. We had that game dominated the entire fucking time. They had fluke fucking plays to get them their ball. That's bullshit.
Which is
that's not playing with your food. That's
literally the definition of it.
Bro, dog, they called a fumble recovery touchdown that Saquon's knee was down on the ground. That's not playing with your food because they scored because of a flawed call. What the fuck are you talking about, dog?
Okay, if we bring up flawed calls, bro, we're gonna be here all day.
No, that's the only fucking thing I'm talking about. And then in that stretch, we didn't play with our food once. The fuck are you?
Can you pull up their schedule real quick? Make sure we ain't tripping.
You don't need to bring it up, dog. We dominated the Giants. We spanked the fucking Bengals. We didn't play with our food against the Jags. We won the game, and that's that bullshit call. We smoked the Cowboys. We destroyed the Commanders. We dismantled the Rams. We dominated the second half of the Ravens game, and then we just fucked up against the fucking Panthers. Whoop-de-fucking-do. That's 8 straight motherfucking games. I don't know what the fuck Jordan Wilson's talking about. We can move on from this stupid conversation. What the fuck?
You're wrong. This is my overall point.
You're not wrong.
Yes, you are.
Okay, look, because my point was the one he was refuting. Like my point overall was the one he was refuting.
Yeah,
I just looked at it as because to me it kind of felt like a trap game. That's even coming into the game.
Process, you were wrong because you said my point, my overall point, verbatim. That's why.
I don't care about your point about looking past teams. You said they've been doing it
all. And I don't care about your point about the all season.
But you're wrong. You said they've been doing it all season. No, we haven't, bro. You're just making shit up.
Okay, do I see? Because I don't see the 8 games because that Cleveland game was a 1 possession game pretty much throughout it.
I just gave it to him, bro. I'm not even in front of the schedule. I can't really.
7. Okay, so it's 7. I just named them off. I'm not even looking.
If Jacksonville is a fluke, I guess.
No, why don't you go? It's not a fluke, bro. It's a fact. That's a legitimate. We literally controlled that fucking game.
Yeah, for the first half, and then they came out, scored the touchdown, got the fumble recovery, got the 2-1 conversion.
D-Mac, they scored a fucking touchdown on a bullshit fucking play that everybody knows. The NFL came out and said they got it wrong. That's not playing with your food, dog. He fumbled the ball.
Look, you gotta connect your mic or your camera, low. You gotta connect your mic or your camera.
If he never drops the, never mind.
Low, you gotta connect your mic or your camera.
If it counts for something, the Eagles are 3rd in the league in point differential. So
play with something, bitch.
It doesn't count for anything if you point to specific instances throughout.
Bro, you said it's been happening all season. Shut up,
bro. We've literally gone through and pointed to the middle and now.
I just named 2 fucking months.
Bro, you yelling because I can't yell right now does not make you right. You're just
I'm
wrong.
not
You're
yelling,
factually
bro.
incorrect.
The way I talk, you know the way I
You
talk.
said it was 8 games. It wasn't 8 games, so you're already adjusting off.
7. Okay, D-Mac. I'm doing it. I'm driving first off, and I'm doing it off the top of my head. I thought I counted 8 in a row. 7 games, D-Mac. So stop getting so specific. You guys are so literal.
Well, you're yelling about somebody is wrong, and you were wrong to begin with.
So he's saying 7 because
it's still a stretch of games, bro. It's more than half of the fucking.
It is a stretch of games.
So
he's 7 game stretch of fucking.
He's saying 7 because he's counting the Jaguars game as well as one of those 7.
I'm not counting that game.
With the Jags, it's 7, but I'm not even looking at it. I'm just going off of what
I'm not counting that Jags game. Then that's where we disagree, and that's cool.
Okay, you're wrong though. You can count the Jags. You just sound fucking dumb.
No, I think most of the people up here. I think most of the people up here agree with that game.
Nobody should agree with that game. If they do, they're just hating. They're just haters, and they're wrong. But again, we can move on. Go watch the fucking game.
I'm not the one to point to as a hater of your team. I've been believing in your team all year. But when other people weren't, so
I don't give a fuck.
I'm not the one to point to as a hater of your team.
They got gifted a touchdown that shouldn't have been a touchdown.
I don't have anything against it.
So
you're saying so the argument was that 51 tripped him up, and so he should have been down on that play.
No, he's not should have. He was down on the play. They didn't call it. They let them score a touchdown on that scoop and score, and he was down. That's like we could have scored that drive, go up, and then keep going. Like you don't know how that fucking game plays out. They literally got it wrong.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I just didn't.
So that's not a game to point to say you're playing with your food there. No, fucking weren't. The Eagles are literally the definition of how they completely dismantle teams in the second half of games.
It's just weird. It's just weird to reconcile. It's weird to reconcile.
To be fair, I think in that game you hurdled about 6 different cuss words at your coach because he kept going for 2 and
these sound bites exist. these soundbites exist, bro. Like it's weird to
Soundbites
reconcile.
exist from what?
It's weird. It's weird to reconcile you talking about you guys dominating what you have, but it does not match with how much you talk about your coach being a dumbass. Is what
How
I'm
many
saying. It does not
fucking
match.
goddamn times do I have to say we win in spite of that stupid motherfucker? I still don't think he's good.
But
Such
you
a good
point
team,
to
we
it.
win in spite of his
But
dumb
you
ass.
point to it in terms of
Dog,
cost.
Jordan.
You not performing as well as you should in games at times. You do it all
No,
the time.
No funny, bro. What are y'all arguing, bro? Like,
I don't even
what are
know.
y'all
I said a million times to just keep talking about something different. So stupid.
Look.
All right. All right, cool. I think that's the end of that. Anybody got any comments on the commitment of AJ to BYU? Anybody got anything to say? Again, that's been stamped for me for
Money talk, bro. Money talk,
time.
No cap, money talk. What the fuck? What nigga wants to go to BYU?
Well, he did.
What black person wants to go to fucking
He did
BYU?
transfer to do his last high school year. There, he also said
In
that he
Utah?
wanted to play for. Yeah.
Nah,
he also
he can
said,
have snow bunny galore.
you know, Kevin Young being a coach is what led to him being there because Kevin Young is a guy that coached his favorite player, Kevin Durant. He's also an NBA guy. He said the goal is ultimately to get to the NBA. Granted, he could have went anywhere and got to the NBA. He's just talking to that aspect. Is the relationship with Kevin and playing with Kevin mean a lot? Probably so. But yeah, man. I mean, that's just recently what he came out and said, or this morning on First Take. I just want to know if anybody had any thoughts on his ultimate.
If I'm not mistaken, y'all might have to fact check me. But if it wasn't the first, it was like the second. So I don't know if it was the first or the second, but I do think BYU was also his first or second offer, like in general, because a lot of teams didn't know what he was going to do from the jump anyway. That's why all the real big schools kind of like came along late. So they never knew what he was really going to do. But I think BYU was like the first offer that he did get.
Okay, yeah, that definitely do mean a lot. As a young player trying to come up and trying to put your name out there, who offers you and when they offer you definitely do matter. If you see me at my peak or at my best in my junior year or sophomore year or whatever the case may be, or maybe even senior year or leading to my senior year, then you want to offer me, I feel the type of way about that myself. So I don't know if it's fact like Ted said, but I think that is something to point out. Like I said, for me, there's been a lot.
The team is the team part of it. The team part of it is the fact. I don't know if they were the first or the second though. I don't know if that's a fact. But I know
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they were like one of the first schools that did offer him though, because a lot of schools didn't know what he was gonna do, and they knew you come at him, you got to come with a bag. And I don't think a lot of schools wanted to. A lot of schools didn't want to do that.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
Wait, so I'm confused, Ev. Is this dude like the best high school player and he committed to BYU?
Yeah.
Why? Why? Explain to me why he committed to BYU.
$7 million. I got
Money.
Well, he's in Utah. Also, he is in Utah.
Yeah,
he is, but he got $4.5 million. More than that?
4?
Yeah, so reported 7. I seen 7.
I seen 7.
They offered. I think at first 8, but he signed for 7.
Man, bro, I went to
home team discount.
That's crazy. Remember the first year NIL happened. All the Utah dudes, they all got F-150s. As soon as the NIL dropped.
Nah, I didn't.
The whole football team, they all got F-150s, bro.
That's crazy.
Man, what a time,
bro.
That's
a good truck, man. That's a real good truck.
His Final Four process was BYU, Alabama, Kansas, and North Carolina, I want to say.
I couldn't do BYU, though. BYU hates, man, I don't mean to start propaganda in here, but if you ever read
Swipe, I'm with you. I'm
Pearls
already knowing where you're going, Swipe.
Yeah, bro. The Pearls are great price. Brigham Young himself literally said that the reason why black people are black is because we chose to be neutral on the path of Satan and Jesus, and that was written in the Mormon theology. So I'm completely good.
I'm just glad he gonna be there for a year, dang.
And you know what's so crazy? Like, even with all that content, like all of that, they're black Mormons.
Well, yeah, you know what they did though, and I'll end it right here. Because what happened was black people weren't allowed into the priesthood until the 1970s. I remember I talked to 2 Mormon people, and they said the reason why is because God did not want black people to go through any more persecution than they're already going through. I was like, bro, so wait a minute. That's what I'm telling you. Just look at Mormons and how they have talked about in their theology about black people. It's unbelievable. Like it's the biggest hoax of all time. I'm not even gonna hold you, bro. I don't mean to disrespect anybody Mormon in here, but as somebody who has researched this thoroughly, I could not for the life of me ever spend 3 seconds. And again, this is not like people outside West. This is written in their text. Like, excuse me, I'm good. I'm completely good. I'm completely good off it, bro.
Yep. I also want to say I do.
Shout out to the kid for getting his money, man.
Yeah, I guess he should have went to Utah or something like that. At least they got like a nice program.
Akil said he signed in October. This around the time when I knew it was a lot. He signed in October. It was kept quiet. The owner of Utah Prep is where he transferred for a season. As I was telling y'all, is a BYU alumni. And he was recruited to Utah by BYU. So basically, whenever, and a lot of people speculated this. A lot of people.
Well, they said the Utah Jazz owner also told him from the get go, like whatever the amount is, we'll take care of it. Basically, what they said.
Okay. And majority of people felt like as soon as he transferred to announce he's doing his final season at Utah Prep for his senior year, you sort of kind of
knew he was going to come in there.
Yeah, it was sort of kind of like a lot for the most part.
Is he the best player in his class?
1,000%.
Yeah, like it's not
number one in the country, bro. Not even close. No cap.
He's 1,000% going number one in the draft. Like the same way people felt like, and they always knew. Granted, it didn't happen yet. Flag. Everybody knew Cooper Flag was going one. It's the same with AJ. Now, what you're saying, and maybe to
not to the same degree.
Maybe to the Boozer, but AJ is 1,000% going one. Like 1,000%.
It's more though. Like
I feel like about Boozer right now. If Buddy goes to Kansas and hoops, like really,
he's not going over Darren. Not going over AJ, bro.
Again, if Buddy goes to Kansas and really hoops, anything is possible, bro. I expect AJ to go number one though, but Boozer and Darren, like they have like very, very small chances at
it's Dylan and Ace all over, bro. Respectfully. Now they're not the same players, but it's Dylan and Ace all over. Like,
you said people, it's Dylan and Ace.
Again, not the same level of players because Dylan and Darren don't play the same. But I'm saying from a guard perspective, Dylan equal Darren. From a wing forward perspective, or mainly forward, Ace equal the Boozer twin. But at the end of the day, people think Cooper's going to win, and people think AJ's going to win the respective draft class.
Boozer, I disagree. If Boozer if Boozer was in this class, Boozer would go ahead of Flag.
Nah, I don't agree with that.
Boozer's a better prospect. I see
what you're doing, but I don't agree as well.
Yeah, I don't agree with
Yo, Ev, do you think that this is good or bad?
Cam not in these talks, Lo. Respect.
Good or bad? Good or bad for who?
You think this is good or bad for the NCAA? Like,
I think it's good. I mean,
I'm happy that kids are getting paid and they deserve it. I agree, but like now, like, don't you? I don't know, like fucking BYU. What the fuck is that? You know?
I mean, it's sort of kind of similar to. Again, everything is all about ties and connections and also money. And the reason why I'm gonna say it's good because it's bringing eyes to certain programs. BYU is getting some eyes right now because they have a guy that's going in the first round from overseas, Igor Denim, something like that. So they're getting some eyes right now, but it's gonna be even more eyes on AJ. Like Cooper Flag could have went to BYU and have been more eyes on, you know what I'm saying? So it's sort of kind of like that type of effect. I like it because obviously other recruits matter, but we get to see guys perform at different programs. That's not one of the top programs. Like
it sheds lights on some of the other programs too. Probably.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, that's all.
That's the bright side of it. But
I could have just left it at that.
But the problem is though, you guys are saying it evens the playing field and all that shit, which it could for sure, but.
Not necessarily. You don't even a playing field.
Yeah, it doesn't really because honestly, it kind of makes it like this is the only time that you see a really big star choose a kind of a smaller school, even though BYU has a good history of basketball. But if like you got schools that thrived off of like recruiting and developing, I feel like that's gonna start to go away now.
Yeah, nah, for sure. And a kid.
I don't disagree. You saying development as in what? Because
like some of these
BYU Danner have a I wouldn't say like an NBA staff, but they all have NBA ties. They also just got a whole new coaching staff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they don't really fit the mold of what I'm saying. I'm saying these smaller schools that were able to recruit well, develop these guys well, and then turn them into really good players. With all this, if they do that, these guys could just pack up and leave and go get paid somewhere else. And it doesn't really give those schools that did all that recruiting and developing a chance to win anymore. And I think that's why Jay Wright left Villanova because of all this, because Nova was known for getting 4-star recruits, being a good development like step, and then turning it into what it is. Villanova is now never going to be a good college basketball program again because they just don't have the money to pay these guys.
Yep. And a kill thing on the screen. Now, this as I agree with. Nothing wrong with West's thought process or line of thinking. I do think Darren is really damn good. He's going to be at Kansas next year, best guard in the country. But I think AJ definitely will give Cooper a run for his money if he was to be in this class or this draft. How you feel about that, Tiz? A
Give
kill
him
type
a
thing.
run, nigga.
For
Fuck with AJ, bro. What are we doing?
Wait, you said Cooper can't? You said Cooper can't fuck with AJ?
If AJ was in this, if AJ was in college right now, he would be barred number one.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh yeah, so we on the same.
Not
Okay.
fucking with AJ, bro.
Oh yeah, we on the same page. We good.
I want to say that's
No,
that's
but he
what killed
said
me,
give him
Wes.
a run for his money. He said AJ would give Cooper a run for his money.
But people, I think he's saying that
be trying to keep his draft hopes at one alive. That's what would be happening.
Trying is crazy, gang. It's still gonna be some people that can say like we can take Cooper at 1, he'll probably be the number 1 draft pick. Or we could take AJ at 1, he'll probably be the number 1 draft pick.
Again,
So your question to me was
how you feel what Akil said?
Run for it as in what? Number 1 pick or just playing?
Yeah, number one pick.
Oh, I'm with Wes, bro. I'm with Wes.
You think so? If you think if AJ was in this upcoming draft, Cooper would have no chance at going 1?
Barred. Yes.
Okay. Yes. How the fuck Wes say that, but then say Darren or Boozer can give AJ a run for money at 1 though? That don't make no sense.
Bro, I literally just said if Cam was in this draft, I think Cam would have a shot at going number 1 over whatchamacallit. I feel the same way about Darren. And again, I also said they, depending on how they play when they're in college, they can have a very small chance to get drafted at 1. I don't see it happening, but I think they're also really, 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 really good talents. Like Darren, assuming he performs, I think because I know less about Darren than I do about Cam. I was always of the opinion that Cam was number 2 in this draft behind AJ, or in his class behind AJ. Then Darren emerged, and now he's 2 ahead of Cam. And it's fine, because Cam, I think what kind of is working against him is the fact that he's not bigger than he actually is. I think Cam is only still like 6'9". He might be 6'10" now, though, but I think that hurts him. That said, though, for the discussion, it was just about it does like we do have to take into account what if he goes to Kansas and he's a star? What if he goes to Kansas and he's really, really performing?
And I believe that though. Like
yeah,
I don't,
me too.
I don't have no doubt that
no doubt, yeah.
Not pushing back to your point. I'm just adding it.
Yeah, we're just talking. Yeah.
I'm not pushing back. I'm saying I have 100% like I 100% believe he will go there and be a fucking star, bro. Like you don't.
So he won't. And with that being said, no 5% chance for him to potentially overtake AJ if he doesn't have a good year at BYU.
No, sir. And I'm gonna tell you why. It's exactly what I text you. I text Ed the same shit. This a lot of this plays a part too. Now you got Denham, right? You got all these games, you got all these televised games, and it's small, but it matters to the media until the draft people and all the other shit. So they getting the attention now off Denham. When he gets there, it ain't just gonna be him. I'm pretty sure they get a couple returners. They got a good class coming in, and I'm pretty sure they might hit on a couple transfers. Maybe not a lot because you don't really need a lot for him because he can kind of play 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 is completely out of the equation. 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. I doubt he wants to play the 4, but I think he can if he has to. You about to see maybe 10, 15 plus TV games. They about to throw them in literally every tournament. It depends if they win in these games. If they win in these big games, bro, all that is going to play a part. And all it is getting more TV time, tournament time, and don't let them make the tournament. You know what I'm saying? Like all that stuff plays a part. Granted, Kansas will, but I'm speaking for the point with just specifically them two. If AJ can play up to the part that we know he gonna play, all these big games he performed, all that stuff matters at the end of the year, bro. And then, like I said, the tournament just gonna give him a boost. He get to the tournament is, let's say, they might not be as good to advance hella far. I'm not saying that, but just getting there and performing, I think all that stuff will play a part. And I think with him and the players that they got, maybe coming back and maybe hit on a couple of transfers, I think they can do it, bro. And I think by the end of the year, I think he will still be barred number one, just off all the context and all that other stuff that throws in to factor that they look at.
That's fair. That's fair. And just for the chat, the only reason, it's not that I'm down on Coop. I do think that you run the risk, high school prospects at all times, and we've seen it. And these guys are clearly NBA talents. Coop is going to be good in the NBA. I want to be very clear. But every high school prospect, when they make that transition to college, if that's the route they go, and even if not, as soon as they go to the next level, they still have to perform at a certain level, and their games get picked apart more, and certain weaknesses that they have in their game get exposed in ways that you just don't see it in high school. So that's the only reason. I even said the same for AJ, not saying I think he's going to perform poorly at BYU. I think he plays well. My thing is, if it does not go as planned, I think for Coop thus far, if he had an AJ in his class, if he had a Cam Boozer in his class, if he had a Peterson in his class, I think Coop would be looking at, okay, if all four of those guys were in the same class, Coop would not be barred one, is my point, based off of how he's played in college thus far. And I don't think that's crazy to say. It's not saying Coop won't be successful at the next level, because I think he will be. I think Coop is going to be fine. I think he's young. I think and no player is flawless. Like, every player has flaws. But that's just speaking to the level of prospects that are in this upcoming class. Like, the top three guys in this upcoming class are utterly insane and could be number one in their class in any year if just the other two guys in the class with them, well, I won't say the other two, I'll say Peterson and Boozer could be number one in most classes, except for they're dealing with an AJ in their class. So that's all I'm saying by that. Like, if AJ was in Coop's class, AJ would have been the number one prospect instead of Coop. And maybe people in here disagree with that.
I'm not mad at that.
That's not a bad point at all.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, brother.
You
just cooked. I ain't gonna lie, you just cooked with that, bro.
Yeah. So that's all I'm saying. It's not that I'm out on Coop. I think Coop is still the number one pick. I think Dylan had a stretch of games where it was like, okay, this Dylan kid, like Dylan looks like the goods for real. But it doesn't take away from Coop. And Dylan's flaws have come up more and more. I think he has some tunnel vision in his game, even though he is a good playmaker and it does facilitate for the offense, etc. I think he has some questionable shots.
What I think that is too, though, Wes.
Yeah, talk to me.
And it's a small, and it sounds small, but it's a big factor, bro.
Trust.
I think trust for sure. I think trust is the number one, and I take
1,000%.
Down there every Rutgers game, because I ain't gonna lie, they are a good watch to me, bro. I enjoy watching them. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I think trust is number one thing, and two, we starting to hit this December now. You know what I'm saying? So now, like I said, it's small, but it's a big factor. The film is out, bro, and that's a big factor, bro. The film is out, and they're playing him different ways now, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't. It's hard to guard him, a talent like that, bro. The first 5 games of the year, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what the fuck's coming. You don't know what's coming. You don't know what he can do. So, you know, he can go back-to-back 35. You know what I'm saying? 70 fucking points in 2 nights. 70 points in 2 nights is, and bro,
college is crazy, bro.
And that whistle too. He getting to the line
He was getting to that bot. Yep, and that's another good point.
He playing like he a vet.
Yeah. So I think it's 2 things that's running into Dylan problem, bro. I think trust. And I think the film, bro, the film is out, bro, and it's you can find different ways to, because now it's hard for him to even get downhill. Now he's shooting jumpers.
Yeah, game plans have matured. Absolutely.
He wasn't shooting crazy, bro. He had 35, no threes.
No threes. Yep.
The game before that, he had 34, 1 3. Now he going there, now he's shooting 5 threes, 6 3. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
It's different now, bro. It's hard to scheme a talent like scheme a talent like him and Ace the first 3, 4, 5 games of the year, bro. Now we didn't see 10.
You can see tendencies. You can see how they. You feel me? They going under ball screens. They're allowing him to rise over the top, get a late contest. You feel me? They're happy with that. The defense wins if they go under the ball screen, get a late contest, and he shoots the 3.
And I do want to answer Lowe's question real quick. Lowe, I would say for me, and you know, I'll pass it to the other guys. For me, biggest issue with Coop right now, I think it's just the jump shot, and then also aside from the jump shot, I think his athleticism and creation, when you put him against better athletes, or in college at least, and it may be because of the way the court is spread out, etc. And in the NBA, he'll have more space to work, so it won't be as big of an issue. But right now, his athleticism is not translating the same way for me offensively. I think defensively, his athleticism still pops, but offensively, I'm not as like wowed by it. And I think that it's kind of hurt him in some areas, i.e. creation at times, and truly just having that, like, you look dominant on the court offensively. I haven't seen that. I think defensively though, he still has the chops. And I think again, that's why I said the way the court is laid out in college, how the NBA is more spaced out, etc. And then the way they really go and attack certain matchups and try to mismatch hunt, I think he could look better in the NBA, and that's why it's like I'm not nearly as down on Coop as I feel like some people have.
Yeah, I don't think people should really be down on him like at all. Like I think people are kind of over analyzing him a little bit. I mean, that young to have that frame that he's still going to grow into even more. Like having his frame at 17 is kind of insane to begin with. Like you can tell he's gonna be somebody that fills out, and he's gonna be, you know, even bulkier. He's gonna be bulkier than he is right now. He's kind of slim. I think the spacing point is a good one. Yeah, I just think people are kind of overanalyzing him a little bit. Like he's been pretty much to me at what I thought he was going to be.
My dog AJ on YouTube, man. Shout out to AJ.
He's been.
To be fair though, the athleticism of Cooper, especially some of the pink touches, he doesn't have like a I don't know how to like describe it. It's like the pop.
I pray somebody passes on him at one.
He's more nimble than Pop. You feel me? Like he doesn't have that elite first step.
Yeah, it doesn't pop off your screen offensively. Defensively, I think it does, Tween. That's the point I was making. Like defensively, I think that he still pops as an athlete, right? But offensively, to Tween's point, it doesn't. It's not a like wow, like that guy is this level of athlete or anything. The same way it did in high school, but at the same time, better competition. It shouldn't, and it's okay because I think Coop has shown even when I don't have the advantage, I can still figure things out, and I think that's one of the better things.
I just never viewed him. I think that's more of a characteristic of how people. I never viewed him as that being the first and foremost trait that I think about with him. It, it was his athleticism relative to being an all-around player, and I still think that exists. Now, if you're just talking about pure athlete compared to other athletes, okay, he might not be top 2 or 3 in his class, but like relative to being an all-around player, it's like, oh, he got this athleticism box check too. That's how I always view his athleticism.
Yeah, I think
go ahead.
To answer a low question, the glaring issue, I, I agree with everything that both of y'all just said because I do think the mold of him and a underrated thing that I do see in his game though, like far as like his body, he's slim, but he's still like he got strength though. Like he not no weak nigga though. Like you know what I mean? Like he can bang with you.
Oh yeah,
You know
no,
what
he
I'm
has
saying?
an adult frame.
Yeah, he can get in the paint, bang, go up, rise up, get feel like. And it's crazy because he is slim, but he's actually stronger than what he looks. And I think that's something that I really.
But when he goes to the league and he's a 4 in the league, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
So
As he fills out, yeah.
He's gonna have to deal with Paulo, the Giannis's, these like physical.
He'll be fine.
I don't know, bro. And this is why I said what I said.
He'll be fine.
To answer 20 point.
Eventually, yeah.
Now you got to think. Now you're going up a level, bro. So now you're now this is a different type of weight room. This is a different type of condition. This is a different type of skill development. And I think to their point, he has the mold to feel all those steps that you think are glaring holes now. Like
yeah, remember Giannis? It's some dudes when they came to the league. By the time this dude is 22 years old, 23, he will be more than fine in that respect. Now Giannis is obviously always gonna be a different animal defending guys like that, but Paulo and these other guys, it's strength. He'll be fine, just fine.
But Paulo in college was like a physical, bigger player. Like you feel me? Like
yeah.
I think that's it.
I never got to.
You just gotta look at Cooper's frame, though, bro. That's
yeah. I agree.
But we act like he's gonna be a 4-year player. Like he's gonna be in the league next year.
Yeah, he might struggle with
that's better for his strength and growth though.
Early,
but 1 year is not it's not gonna be a dramatic.
But why are you only circling it to 1 year?
Giannis is also
no, but they making it seem like he's 17. He's gonna be in the league next year.
Flag is 6'8", bro. Like
no, I'm just talking about
Flag is 6'8".
But you need to take time regardless.
I'm simply talking about his frame filling out. Like that's all.
Physically, yeah, he has broad shoulders and he'll get stronger. But I think more than anything, kind of the same thing that I think is making people question how good they think Cam will end up being. And Cooper, he's more nimble, more agile than Cam. So like in the open court, Cooper's able to do more than Cam. We're talking about Boozer here, but it's like Cooper 6'8" and borderline 6'9". If he does not get taller, you're looking at Cooper and you're like, okay, with your game and how you play currently, you have to develop in a few areas for it to really pop the way we want it to.
Exactly. That's all we're saying.
That just sounds like NBA coaches to me doing their job when they pick somebody number 1 overall.
Yeah, no.
Like he's a jack of all trades. Like he's not elite in transition. He's not elite scoring. He's not elite post game. He doesn't have elite 3-ball. He does a lot of things well, and I don't think the well enough things is going to translate into a superstar. What people are saying.
Pick them 2 or 3, bro. Go ahead.
Do you see a superstar?
My biggest issue with him, bro. Like I hear all that. I think that all that shit will fill out for him, bro. Like I said, it's levels to shit. He'll get there. My biggest issue is the jumper, bro.
The jump shot. Yep.
I can't get with the jumper.
That's the fairest. There we go.
I can't get with the jumper. And granted, when Duke does run them actions, them DHOs, and he faked the DHOs, and now he get the clear. he get to clear out the his own space. Granted, he do got the 1-2 pull up. I ain't gonna lie, he got the 1-2 pull up, get to the spot, but it ain't there. Like it's just not the jumper is just not there to me. And then the 3-ball, the pick and pops, they don't go. Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like they don't.
Is Tez, is the so
No
you saying
pushback to that. No pushback
I got a
to
question.
that.
I got a question. Is the shot creation there, or is the jumper he just not making them?
I'm not from the games that I watch. You know, we still got a whole season. From the games that I watch, though, he can create his own jumper. It just don't fall. Like I told Wes and Ed, bro. I don't know if it's just the jumper or it's the mechanics. Cause like when he shoot, his elbow is out. It look weird when he shoot. And that could be a test of why I don't go, why I don't fall. But I'm not there and saying he can't create, bro. Because when I watch him, bro, he get to the spot. He tall enough to rise over whoever guarding. He got the 1-2 pull up, 1-2 to the basket. He got all that to me, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, bro. He got that to me. To me, that's just my opinion. He has that to me. It's the jumper game. The shit doesn't fall enough to me to just say he's that. You know what I'm saying? Like and that's no hate, that's no shade. I'm not dissing this nigga at all.
No, that makes the jump. That's the part I agree with the most.
Yeah, I do think he will mold into everything that we talked about. But your jumper right now, and this is a point that I do kind of agree with on Tween. I don't think everything Tween just said was crazy, but I do kind of agree with him on this point. I don't think you can use the 17-year-old shit, granted, because we use it for the Ant-Mans, we use it for the LaMelos, we use it for all them other players. So you do have to throw that factor in there because we use it for other players. But he will be in the league, bro, in a year. So it gotta come fast. You know, that's my only point.
Exactly.
It has to come kind of fast.
Well, that's one thing, but it has to come fast or what?
Y'all off of it now?
You said what?
Everybody, where y'all at? Y'all got quiet now or what?
No, we were still talking about it, but you're lagging.
Yeah,
I was away. I'm back now, but I'm saying like y'all still going on with it, or y'all at endpoint?
You froze.
Yeah, but you're lagging. That's what I'm saying. We are talking about it though. I think
I'm frozen.
Yeah.
I am frozen. Damn.
Yeah.
No, I was just asking you.
Ted's burnt. He left and came back. Nah, Ted, this is me, gang. It's because I just connected my LAN cable back again. My LAN cable came out and I just put it back in. I was seeing if y'all circle down anyway. I was trying to move at 1:30. It came to 1:48 because I do got an appointment at 3.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I do want to get to that.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah,
my point was just the jumper. That was the point.
Nah, you good. I'm probably gonna be frozen this whole time. Let me see if I turn my camera off and turn it back on. Hold on. Oh, I know what I got. I got to refresh my stream, y'all. Hold
on. But yeah, good hoops on the docket today. Even has some decent college basketball hoops. So I think that's what we're about to kick off. But good conversation, you know, and I do think Coop will be fine. I think he's clearly got the talent. So that was that.
Good Kentucky win over Gonzaga. Just had to throw that in there.
Facts. Well, one, I want to say good conversation so far. I don't even know if I want to switch. I was seeing where y'all was at with it to switch. Like I said, I got an appointment at 3. And I know playback is easier for me to be on the move and still talk with you all.
Go ahead and make that switch big, bro.
Yes, I'm probably gonna do it today, but as y'all can see, I'm not gonna do it I do it, but I don't know if I'm going to continue to do it as often or as much. AJ probably would have went into playback, but I was reading the room and it was pretty good numbers in here, good people in here, so I just continue to hear. To the 59 people that's in here at the moment, guys, don't forget to like the video. Also picked up 3 new members today, guys. 3 new members today. If you are not a member of the Facts and Stats YouTube community, feel free to join and become a member. The link is in the description. Also, if you are not subscribed to the platform, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. road to 1,000 subscribers. I dropped a video this morning on my full thoughts on the breaking news of Jimmy Butler potentially being traded, or the Heat willing to move Jimmy Butler. And then on top of that, a lot of news. Shams was tweeting as well about other players potentially being traded when everybody's eligible to be traded in like a week or within this week, within the next couple of days, basically. So make sure y'all tap into the new video to get my full thoughts. You'll probably hear it again and play back in a second. If not, that's where it's at, 11-minute long. Become a member. There's 3 different levels you can join as. You don't have to be on your desktop. You can join from your phone. And last but not least, if you are not subscribed, make sure you all subscribe to the platform. And then also share the video out with whoever. Share the video out with whoever. And share the platform out with whoever. I just removed y'all off on the stage. We about to move. With that being said, I have like 45 minutes in me of actual hosting. So I was trying to shift the NBA quickly or quicker than this. But that's okay. We're going to talk about Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat, and then also other guys potentially being traded, and then previewing the NBA Cup games today. Championship is this week. I think it's Friday. So we got Cup games today and tomorrow, and I think the championship game is Friday, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's Friday. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be looking like. We got OKC versus Dallas tonight, and is that tonight? My computer. Am I tripping? I think that's tonight. My bad, y'all. Let me check. I don't want to talk on my ass and be wrong. I don't like doing that. OKC has 2 games tonight. Yeah, Magic and Bucks and OKC and Dallas. And then tomorrow we have the Hawks and the Knicks, and then the Warriors and Rockets. So we're gonna preview these NBA Cup games. I mainly preview the games today. And yeah, we're gonna kick it off. We're talking about Jimmy Butler and the trade. So with that being said, I do advise everybody to head to Playback. That's floating on the bottom of the screen. Again, the link is in the description on this video. The link is in the description on this video to join the Facts and Stats Playback when we're going to talk about Jimmy and the Heat, our trade rumors, and NBA Cup games. And we'll be having a watch party for that game as well in 5 hours. So make sure y'all pull up for the Magic versus the Bucks. No Franz. That's unfortunate. Bucks are probably going to win. It's the quarterfinals. And then really everybody's going to be tuned in for that Mavericks and OKC game at 9:30. So yeah, playback.tv/facts and stats. The room is now live. Playback.tv/facts and stats. The room is now live. I'll see y'all on Playback again. The link is in the description. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe. And make sure you become a member if you're not a member already. Appreciate y'all the support. And I'll see y'all on Playback.